hello! I am back. Yeah, sorry I missed a week, but again, real life crimes had to be solved. Not by me, but it was I mean, I still have to go in again on Monday for jury duty. And I don't know what I'm allowed to say legally, so I'm not going to talk much about it. But yeah, they just saw, they knew I'd be the best person to oversee actual, I mean, I guess technically I mostly just do murder stuff, but I say murder in 30 seconds? Oh. It wasn't a murder. As if anyone's surprised by that I didn't, go to a real life murder case trial. Anyway, so we're gonna give this a minute. I do have the full game now. So we can make it past the demo. Oh, right, while I'm here, let me make sure my options are good. Alright, voices off. I'm gonna turn on the background music just a smidge. But if it's too quiet, let me know, okay? And... God, I hope it's not too loud. This feels loud. What is that? This feels about right. Again, just let me know, anyone, if the sound is too loud or too quiet. Alright, let's continue. I absolutely... Oh, right, this is chapter 1. I thought this was a tutorial again. Alright, no. Armor! That's right. Hey, favorite character. There is nary a soul before the passageway. Where could the other detectives have gone to investigate? Perhaps you should try using the map function on your D-pad. Oh, that's me. As she speaks, Ideal Detective shows us a screen on her own device. Oh, on the D-pad on the device. Okay, I'm like, I thought she was like talking to Mimi, and I'm like, okay, sure. This is so cool looking. What the heck? Alright, this is a map of the manor. See how each detective's position is marked? Anyone who has location sharing feature turned on will appear here. Okay. It's set to on by default, but there are times you may prefer to turn it off, such as when visiting the restroom. Oh. I mean, it's not gonna show me, it's gonna let everyone know that, hey, you're in the restroom, you couldn't have done the murder. Well, incredible. You can see where everybody is at just a glance. But I do not spy Lady Downtown, Sir Workaholic, or Lady Rowdy. Indeed. I asked them to stand guard outside. There is a possibility the culprit may have fled there, you see. What? Then let us sally forth as well. We cannot allow the fair maidens to stroll about outside whilst a killer is on the prowl. Moments after shouting this, armored detective rushes toward the entrance. Off he goes. With Workaholic and Rowdy there, they should be fine, but... Well, let's leave him be. There are some things I want to tell you alone anyway, incompetent. Doesn't hurt when she calls me that, not at all. Ideal Detective continues her explanation. The map has 3 additional features. First is the marking function, which flags mystery points, locations the detectives find dubious. Location points, okay. I'm assuming that's that thing that says MP6? Try checking these marked points. MP marked points, not MPs in mana. Okay, got it. Try checking these marked points if your investigation stalls out. Now, do you see how that one spot on the map is a different color? CM, hi! Oh no, not at all. I literally just started and it's just taking me through a tutorial on how this works, and I am doing my best to pay attention. That is a location I personally deemed suspicious. An evidence square. You can assume these areas contain hidden evidence. Finally, there's a share action function used by each individual to share whatever it is they are currently up to. As a demonstration, let's try moving the cursor over to Bookworm Detective. You should immediately be able to tell what she's doing. Okay, so detective's actions such as infer and inspect will be displayed overhead. However, the minigames are interesting. Okay, I'm excited. However, the cursor over detective to see hover the cursor over them to see where they intend to move next. Okay. She has an odd feeling about the fireplace. Bookworm truly does have a good sense for this, but I doubt she'll figure it out by herself. So here's the question for you, incompetent. What would you do if you encountered a mystery you couldn't solve on your own? A real man never quits. I'm gonna ask for help. I will literally beg for help. Your experience just now is already paying off. I like people who are quick on the uptake. The two of us are in accord. When faced with a problem you cannot solve alone, you must seek aid from your companions. But detectives are such prideful creatures, and sadly, most conduct their investigations alone, so they lack experience collaborating. From what I've seen so far, Bookworm is one such example. Encouraging her to cooperate would likely be pointless. So what should I do then? Ideal detective answers me with a smile. You should intervene on their investigation, that is. Intervene? In other words, use the D-pad to instruct them to do something other than their current task. Okay, so I want to send her to go look at that red shiny thing, like, hey, Bookworm, go look at that window as I sneak over to the fireplace. Mystic is nearby, so he'll suffice. Let's have him make his way to Bookworm so they can investigate together. Oh, or I can just have them, I can force them to help each other, okay. Now issue the command, if you will. Huh? I freeze up as she casually orders me to do something completely unexpected. Why so stiff? I gotta micromanage? That's fine. I've been playing Baldur's Gate, so I'm like micromanaging's in my blood right now. Honestly, you're too cute. I'm merely asking you to pretend to be me and give some direction, that's all. That's all? What Ideal Detective is asking for isn't so easy just to gloss over. Even so, her expression remains dead serious. Not as dead as Senior Detective. It'll be fine, like sending an email. Here's my D-pad. Try issuing a command to him. Wait, but why me? Facing the unknown is precisely what a detective is obligated to do. Everything is a chance to gain experience, so go on. Well, doesn't I can back out of this now. I'll just have to try to give you some instructions. Okay, so I can... Okay, so assist. Detectives left to their own devices will make errors, investigate alone, and generally act inefficiently. Intervene to make sure that they work together and facilitate more efficient investigating process. To have Mystic cooperate, Bookworm simply move into a spot beside her. Okay, so movement means they can move more spaces. Okay, I'm getting this. So Bookworm is terrible at analyzing. Okay, so I just do there. Yeah? Oh, wait, no. You. Yes. Move. Here. Take a look. Your laptop refuses to run Baldur's Gate 3 and you don't have a desktop PC. Oh no! Yeah, no, even my PC, like, I think I've crashed like twice just because my computer wasn't up to it. But it was worth it, so. Oh, I'm so sorry. See how even both their inference values combined, they are unable to solve the mystery of the fireplace. At times like these, you should give a command to a detective who is skilled at assisting. Okay, so if they're adjacent, they can assist. Any character who's making an inference already has plans to can be assisted. Assisting lets you add a helper's assist value to the individual. Okay, so assist helps inference. Got it, okay. Utilize this command to properly keep your investigation on track. Okay, so you assist. Nicely done. Nicely instructed. I'm impressed. I can already feel that their powers of inference have been enhanced. Now they should easily discover whatever that fireplace is hiding. Alright, let's check out the entrance hall next. Posh is keeping the area near the chandelier all to herself. Gourmet and Doleful are holding back to give her space. Holding back, however, is unacceptable in an investigation. Let's have Gourmet assist Posh with investigating the chandelier. Okay, so each mystery point has a set amount of resolution points. You can uncover MP secret, reducing its RP to 0. Okay. Try having Gourmet Detective assist Posh Detective to reveal his MP's hidden mystery. Okay. So it's 6 and I need... Okay, so... No, you're Gourmet. Wait, you're Posh. Oh, have Gourmet help Posh. Okay. Yes, we want you to move. Towards that. Oh no, this spot? Okay. And... Excellent. You're a quick study, it seems. Now, what should we have Doleful do? Do you know what skill he excels at? Well, Doleful's skilled at getting injured? Discovering evidence, right? Precisely. He has a wonderful observant eye, indispensable in a detective. Doleful's key characteristic is that he always draws danger to himself. As a result, he is more predisposed to finding clues. Let's have Doleful use that special trait of his to inspect the area near the chandelier. I'm willing to bet there's a clue left behind there. Okay, so ES is evidence. Do inspection. Doleful is able to inspect up to 5. Okay, so the number on their inspection is how many squares away they can inspect. Okay, got it. I mean, that's 5. That should be good. Yeah. Bravo. That was an ideal command you gave. I'm swelling with pride. Alright, that's enough warming up. It's time to raise the curtains on this detective show. Give the order to start the investigation and keep an eye on the passage of time. Okay, once the detective's actions are set, press that button to access the main menu. Select Investigate or Preliminary. Select Investigate. The detectives you have intervened with will follow your commands. Rest will act independently. The song was rent free in your mind. The music is great in this so far. In a preliminary investigation, only those who have intervened will act. It is wise to begin with this as you can. Okay, so do preliminary first, because that lets people who I haven't told commands to do stuff and they can uncover stuff for me. Okay. It is wise to begin with this and cover new clues and mysteries. We have an interview with Techie. There isn't much to do, so let's start the investigation. Okay, so we're starting the investigation anyway. Okay. Okay, time to inspect this area. Here I go. Ugh, I tripped again. Huh? Part of the carpet's been cut off. I wonder why. Scrap of carpet. Huh, okay. Boost! Why should I cooperate with you? I can handle this alone, thank you very much. Now, a fine cut of meat is even tastier with the right seasonings, yes? In other words, Posh, you can use me to spice up your deductions. That's a fair point, very well. Enhance my flavor, Gourmet. The chandelier is all nicked up. Posh, can you take a look at this? Huh? Those scratches. Could they be a hint as how the culprit killed Senior Detective? Okay, okay. Why must I investigate with you? Asked the girl, her lips pouting in dissatisfaction.
Don't say that. Think of this as a chance to learn from your father. Hearts do hold a rustic charm, though having to add the firewood every time is a bit of a hassle.
Firewood? That's it. Ahem. So that's it, mused the girl, finally pinning down what seemed amiss.
Posh is deeply annoying to you? And you like gourmet bread? Yeah, her design is, it's definitely made for a reason. So someone discarded... Okay, cool. Hey, welcome in!
Your directions have truly made a difference in how well the investigation is progressing. When I arrived, you pushed the others to work together. It was remarkably pertinent of you. The key difference between detectives and the police is that while we may be an organization, we solve cases alone rather than together. To put it unkindly, detectives see themselves as the lead role of an investigation. Thus, our capability as a team of experts goes unrealized. If we're to take on the quartering Duke, we can't abide reckless behavior. But you and I take the lead in encouraging everyone to collaborate. Well, how could someone like me do that? There's no way any of those detectives would follow what I say. Plus, they don't even need me. Ideal detective alone should be the one should be able to hold them together.
Yeah, I saw you when you said that right then. I didn't get it from the words, but because I didn't know if he was just saying like, oh, you know, like he'd be like a dad figure, like some, you know. But I'm like, oh, it's actual dad, bloodline dad, or possibly adopted, whichever way, adopted or blood.
Your tendency to downplay yourself is a virtue, but also a weakness you will be forced to address someday. Ideal Detective speaks as though she can see into my very soul. Leaders who make history are often said not to be cowards, likely because they fixated not on their potential but their limits. Know your weaknesses, and in time, you will know all of your strengths. I'm confident you will go through this as well, Incompetent. Well, then, why do you have so much faith in me? She opens her eyes, or singular eye, we can't tell, wide, fretting over something with an unfocused gaze. I'd say I can't tell you yet, but that would be selfish of me, wouldn't it? I should let you know before something happens. The true reason I called you here, that is. The elusive air around her now feels tense. I'm frozen in place.
No! Stop saying it!
As her violet-hued eyes stare at me. My heart is hammering, and my body feels hot all over. Incompetent. My name is clearly that friend from a long time ago. What? Run, Incompetent!
I swear, like, I don't know what's up with that word. It's so hard. Huh?
At that moment, a powerful force crushes me, and my vision goes black. Someone suddenly leaps on my back, taking me to the floor.
Oh! Hi?
Hello? My head spins, sparks explode behind my eyes, and my consciousness grows hazy. Through it all, I can feel a strong pressure on my throat. As my voice involuntarily slips out, I finally realize that someone is strangling me. I can't breathe. Is Ideal not going to help me? My mind starts to fade and my whole body starts to go pale. I flail about in desperation, catching nothing but air. Is this assassin detective or something? If this keeps up, I know for a fact that it's going to kill me.
I'm trying to kid too. Oh, renegade.
Renegade detective, stop it at once. Are you alright, Incompetent? What in the world are you thinking, renegade detective?
He looks like a jerk, but also, is he an elf? Or is his ears pointed? But it looks like he also has like... What is happening here? What's going on with you, sir? Your outfit's... confusing. Like, he has pointy ears, and he has what looks like vampire bite marks on his neck. Dude, show me your teeth. Show me your teeth, dude. It's Gatorade detective. I'm out of voices here, sir.
Turn off your D-pad's location sharing, and you can pull off as many ambushes as you want, the way I did just now.
He looks like a jerk.
I want to show you the dangers of burying your head in that device. How easily you can slip in and lose your footing. Forgive me, Holmes. You're talking to the wrong person. Incompetent here deserves a deep, sincere apology. Hurry now or that charm on your neck will pop. Okay. Got my priorities screwed up. Sorry. The lanky man has a nonchalant air about him. He turns to me wearing a fake smile. Iron Man, hey, well, happy Friday. Being called incompetent all the time kind of hurts, but it's, yeah, it kind of does. I mean, if we just solve one case, we can be newbie, like newbie detective, you know? That feels less hurtful than incompetent. He's also wearing red stiletto heels. Oh, I mean, that matches. The name's Renegade Detective. I'm a virtuous investigator with a penchant for practical jokes. Oh no. My favorite phrase is world peace, and I spend my free time volunteering. Hope we can get This feels like lying. Are you sure not a liar, detective? I doubt this man spends a single moment volunteering for anything. Hope we can get along. Your conversation was so serious. I just had to butt in with some levity. My bad. Can you ever forgive me? You will, won't you? Thanks. He prattles on with his apology, finishing up with a cackle. I startled when I noticed a line of blood dripping down my neck. Wait, is he really a vampire? Did you bite me? This has just been a week of just vampires, isn't it? Oh no, right, he was choking me, his nails. Okay, right. Friday, yeah, no, I'm doing good. Like I said, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about jury duty or not, but not exciting. Is it really that funny to choke someone so hard that your nails rip their skin? But I'm excited to, get back into Raincoat, get back into this, and, and Sims and everything. Is he gaslighting you? Yes. I was generally prepared to die. How far is this guy willing to take a joke? Oh, come on, don't be so scared. Didn't it give you that tingling feeling? And now he's beaming at me, face flushed with joy. Out of all the detectives I've met, this is by far the most incomprehensible. I have to go back Monday, but I don't think I'm going to be called, so I should be fine? Again, I don't know what I can say, but yeah, leaving it at that. As fickle as ever, but this time you've gone too far. Do so again, and I will exercise my authority as chief to restrain you. Ideal's detective voice grows harsher as she steps up to Renegade Detective. Renegade jokingly leaps back in an overdramatic fashion. Oh, absolutely, dear Holmes. I sure would hate to be so inconvenienced. Your word is my command. I'll hold you to that. Now, tell us what you've gathered about this case. I take it you too have seen the truth of the matter. Renegade's eyes grow wide. He sighs. Ah, you got me. It did feel a bit out of character, the way you got so upset. You plan to make me swear I cooperate from the very start, huh? She is Holmes and Protag is what? Oh, because we're what though? Oh my gosh, that's great. Of course, only second-rate detectives are controlled by their emotions. The finest use them as a weapon. Ideal Detective smiles in triumph, so her harsh tone just now was a lie. I was completely fooled. Or am I fooled now? Who knows where this fooledness is? Oh, there's a hairbone in his back. I legit thought he had, like, weapons behind him. Is he just a psychopath? Yeah. He's like, I think he's trying to be like one of those, like, oh no, I'm an unhinged genius. I can do what I want because I'm so genius. And we're like, no, bro, what are you doing? Ah, well. It was worth it to see a rare glimpse of your fury. So fine. I'll share my thoughts with you. This case is too transparently pure. So boring it makes me nauseous. The culprit must be so self-satisfied. There's no beauty in it. Not in the least. Killing should be ugly, beyond redemption. Gnarled by emotion, oozing, cloudy, grimy. That's what makes it so fascinating. What are you talking about? His words are utter nonsense. What's more, he says it all so casually as if he's telling a joke. Just listening to him makes my skin crawl. I'm not equipped to understand the person standing before me. Even the scene of the murder was less chilling than him. No need for guesswork. It's all as plain as day. Check out that scrap of carpet. If my theory is right, some evidence should be left there. Better show me a good time, oh future legend. I want to imagine his stiletto heels are like platform and super high, so he's really like, you know, 5'2" looking up at me. Oh, I guess looking down at me from his shoes. And with that, Renegade Detective taps my shoulder and departs. A rather peculiar detective, that one. Well, yeah, it was like peculiar isn't, you know, attempting to murder me. It's fine, whatever. I stopped myself just in time. You like the voice for him? Okay. It was like I was talking to a villain, but I obviously can't say that. It's like talking to a villain, right? Ideal Detective speaks my thoughts for me without reservation. Your intuition is spot on. As a matter of fact, he killed his mother and father with his own very hands during his youth, and we're keeping him around. Okay, cool. You want Night Person back? Night Armor is my favorite so far. Wait, what? He's actually a murderer? His own parents, too. How is someone like that even in the Detective Alliance? It doesn't matter if he did it as a kid. Letting him have this much freedom is unimaginable. Why he was let into the Alliance, I just can't fathom. It makes me suspect that he might even be the Quartering Duke. The reason is simple. No detective understands homicidal maniacs better than he does because he's a homicidal maniac? Is that why? He's been granted a degree of freedom on the condition that he uses his unique skills to work with the Detective Alliance. Sure. Although his seductive prowess is on par with my own, his personality stops him from working with others, keeping him at rank 4. But if there's 3 people better than a serial killer, or I guess a person who killed 2 people, should we not, you know, leave him out? He's the most unorthodox detective in the world. A real renegade, as true as his alias can be. It's a Suicide Squad kind of approach, the way she says it. Yeah, it feels like that. Again, I find myself astounded by the diversity within the DA's personnel. Despite his past, he must be an outstanding detective now. He did just give us advice after all, and even if he is terrifying, he surely has a talent for detective work. But he also attempted to murder me, and now that I know he's a murderer, he kind of attempted to murder me. I'll just have to find a way to trust in him. No! Incompetent! No! Let's not trust a serial killer. Which I know sounds rich coming from me, but come on.
I whisper to myself, as if doing so will clear the dark thoughts clouding my mind. This has taken up more time than expected. Let's move on to the meat of the investigation. They do say great detectives make great criminals, so I suppose the opposite might be true as well. Yeah, I was like, I watched the Hannibal TV series, and yes, they solved crimes, but they sure did commit a lot of crimes too. The renegade toast to inspect the scrap of carpet that's been discovered. A careful analysis of evidence like this can help move the case along, potentially revealing new evidence squares. Of all the detectives nearby, Posh and Techie specialize in analysis. Let's have Posh take a look. 8 hours are made. I mean, 8 hours, that doesn't seem... Okay, so if I click on Posh... Oh my. Oh, okay. Oh, it was a big X above her head. Posh is disgruntled that we made her work with Gourmet. It would seem that she's blocked me from contacting her. Oops. We won't be able to intervene with her like this. She certainly is amusing, that Posh. You love Hannibal? I loved it too. I have it on Blu-ray. That's how much I loved it. I'm like, no, I need to own this forever. I also, during the last season finale, no, the last season, start or whatever, I threw a cannibal-like themed party where I made cannibal-themed food for my friends. What? So what do we do now? Obviously not made with real people. Obviously. What? So what do we do now? Detectives aren't programs, they're human. It's only natural for there to be detectives with whom you cannot intervene. Premiere, thank you, Premiere. I'm like, it's not a prologue. what's a TV version of prologue? Premiere. As such, whoever does the instructing must be able to adapt to the situation. In this instance, we can try giving directions to Techie instead. Techie should also be capable of performing the precise analysis of this evidence. Now, tell him to analyze that section of carpet. Okay, so if it's red, they don't want to talk to me. Got it. And they'll do things on their own. Okay. Okay, so has a difficulty level, analyzation. Okay, got that. Note that items acquired from MP do not require additional analysis. Evidence from... Okay, so marked point, no analyze. Evidence, analyze. With ability, with efficient ability. Okay, so... Do I just click U? Analyze? And carpet. Alright, use preliminary investigations to stall time and keep tabs on the other detectives. Okay, so press that and hit preliminary. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, what was your voice? This scrap of carpet, when we approach it scientifically, there's only one explanation for how it was cut. Quick, we need to investigate the floor of the entrance hall. Excellently done. Now we have something new to consider. You saw some people having trouble? Well, I mean, I'm being handheld to this part right now, which I appreciate. Thank you, Ideal, so much. But I know she's gonna leave me alone for a bit, and we'll see how I do. We'll see how it goes. Excellently done. Now we have something new to consider. There isn't much time. Since we cannot direct Posh, what should we do to draw an inference on this new point of interest? Any thoughts? Alright, new MPs and investigation spots will appear as detectives advance. So I recommend to do a preliminary investigation first so that other detectives can still act. This will help streamline the process as they can move closer to new... Okay. So I don't know what to do. Have them work on their own. Got it. Okay, so... Intervene on Gourmet and Docile and have them infer about a mystery spot. Okay, so that's a mystery spot, so I need you, move you here. That's good. And And then I can't do anything. Oh wait, no. Doleful. You. Here. Firm. And then we do. No, we don't do preliminary. We have them in fur? Infer! There we go. Maybe off topic, but is it true you haven't played Neo, The Worlds With You? I haven't played, if that's a new one, the second one, or the one that came out last. I haven't played that one yet, and I am surprised I missed that because I was obsessed with The World Ends With You when it came out on the DS, and I have like the soundtrack I think on 3 CDs that I kept it like in like everywhere so I could just play the songs all the time. So yeah, if people want, like I can do a stream of that game too. It's gonna be like in like, you know, in queue for everything because I know there's like a lot of games I have to play. Wait, did I click it? Oh no, I just have to click U for infer too. There we go. Well done. You are a joy to behold. I look forward to seeing the results of this investigation. Oh yes, if there's a detective who has yet to move, and you'd like them to go elsewhere, you should instruct them to do so. Take Techie for example, since he's only done analysis so far. This mystery is centered in the entrance hall. Let's have him head there. The detective who acted but did not move may do so in the preliminary investigation. Okay, so we're in preliminary, so we can still move still. Okay. Armor, where's armor, right? Like armor, please. Armor's like strength though, not really investigating. But he can pick up things for us. He can pick us up, so we can investigate the chandelier. Wonderful. Just like that. Now, when you want him to perform an action in the entrance hall, he can do so without wasting any time. But won't the mysteries we're investigating be gone by then? I wonder about that. We'll just have to await the results of the deductions with bated breath. Also, I would suggest having any idle detectives inspect the area. Though it might not directly pertain to the case, they could have happened upon something interesting. Now, once you're ready, instruct them to begin the investigation. Alright, detectives who don't act can relocate to any space on the map to do some... No! Oh no. Are you really? Are you serious? Switch! Switch, what are you doing? What are you doing, game? This game doesn't autosave, does it? Oh no. I mean, I'm just gonna click real fast to get us back to that spot. So anyway, I guess how are y'all doing? That scared you? Well look, there's armor, hooray! Alright, I'm gonna click real fast. How fast can I speed through this? Le crash? It was le crashed. Through the entire tutorial, which I had to do over again. No. But also, hi Doodle. Look, I'm not playing Baldur's Gate. I'm playing something else. I'm very proud of me for, you know, breaking away from that game. If I was playing it like half an hour ago. $40 minutes? Oh my god, has it really been 40 minutes? Oh my god, it's been 40 minutes. It's okay, like, clicking without reading obviously takes way less time than actually reading this and, you know, paying attention. Yes. Oh, maybe I should. Okay, no, yeah. We want to move you over here to your kid. Be like, hey, kid, you gonna play Baldur's Gate in a bit? God, I love him so much. It's not right. Like, what the heck, man? But look, we're like, me and Astarion are a thing now, and it totally is fine. What am I doing? Have Mystic assist bookworm. Yeah, you. Assist. There we go. Yeah, and Doodle, if you're still there. Gids is doing a 24-hour stream on their Twitch too of Baldur's Gate, and I'm like, wow, that's... Oh, crap, assist. There we go. Oh, no, oops. No, I'm sorry. I clicked the meat answer. You get it? Don't get me wrong, we understand. Investigate. There we go. Yeah. And like, honestly, I was debating, like, for the whole Extra Life stream in November, the 25-hour stream, I'm like, what if I just played Baldur's Gate the entire way through? So if Gids can do it, I'll be like, maybe I can too. Alright. Ma'am! There we go. Alright, this is the part where I get jumped, right? Yeah, I would have to skip side content. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I definitely went, like, I'm just barely leaving Act 1 right now in my gameplay, which is like at 40 hours. But I literally, like, you know, investigated every single barrel to steal every single thing I possibly could. And apparently I still missed some stuff because, you know, I let some people die and I wasn't supposed to let some people die. Oh no, his shoes! I missed his shoes again, no! That's okay, I'm pretty sure I could bring up... He will show me. His shoes are on screen. I was just clicking because I didn't know his shoes were shown already. Yeah, I heard you had a save crash file. That sucks. And surprisingly, when he was strangling the life out of me, I didn't look at his shoes to be like, wow, nice shoes, sir. Man, it's already been 4 minutes of skipping this? Jeez. Okay, hold on. Can I oh, I can't save here? Okay. Well, let's just hope it doesn't crash again. Have Posh. Investigate. Oh, well, I can't. That's right. That's right. You're gonna server anyway? There's... See, I'm so good. Like, I want to do a run-through. I want to do an evil run-through. I want to do a run-through just playing a steering, because apparently the narrator, if you play any of the characters, will, like, narrate differently with them. Oh, what are we doing? Analyze, analyze, analyze. Carpet. So I'm like, it's already like 2 other playthroughs I want to do. And then preliminary. Here's what your computer will let you. Yeah, it is a very, very heavy game. Like, I think every time I load it up, it's like, wow, your graphics card isn't good enough for this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Alright, intervene on Gourmet. Gourmet. Come here. Intervene on Doleful. Over here, please. And Infer. Infer. There we go. And move you. Alright, game. No crashing. Do not crash. We're just about there, right? Select investigate. Okay, cool. I think we're back to where we were. Nice. See, 40 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, same difference. Oh, the floor. On closer inspection, I can see gaps between the boards. Maybe that explains how sound travels so easily down below. The gaps are also wide enough to pass a wire through. Maybe like that sharp piano wire that murdered the guy. So definitely was murder from above here then. Maybe. This might have something to do with how the culprit dismembered the body. Aha! Solving the connection between the floor gaps and the carpet caused a mystery point, an evidence square to appear by the entrance. Then we made the right call having Techie Detective move to the entrance hall. Indeed we did. Sometimes solving one mystery leads to another. Be sure to keep that in mind. Alright, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Okay, see, now this is what I'm telling you. She's going to not hold my hand anymore and be like, ah, darn it. Okay. This time, command them on your own. Okay, alright, alright. Huh? There's no way I can do that. Oh, can't you? You've been giving great direction so far, just as I anticipated you would. Now you must exceed my expectations. It's up to you to unravel this bizarre and formidable case. Violet! Her violet eyes bore into me, rendering me speechless. She's serious. Her gaze holds no mirth, only anticipation. The chief of the DA is looking to me, an utter incompetent. I'm even calling myself incompetent now. If I turn back now, how will I ever become an exceptional detective? We'll do it. Yeah, I'll go above and beyond. Good. Show me how your mind works then. I look at the D-pad, the gears in my brain whirring frantically. Okay, some mystery points are locked. You can access these MPs by solving other MPs beforehand by analyzing evidence. You can do it! Detectives will still attempt to investigate locked MPs, so be sure to analyze whenever possible. That was an hour? Oh my god, okay, fine. Okay, well, Posh won't talk to me. Cool. Okay, you... Let's move you... here? And... inspect... that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. And y'all want to inspect things too? I think. Alright. Let's move. Okay, these red glowy things. Did we mention these were important yet? Hey! Nope, don't worry, because the game crashed, so I had to start over a bit. And it was mainly just tutorial on how to play the game, except now they just said, hey, you're on your own, and I'm like, uh-oh, okay, sure. Alright, so... I don't remember, she didn't say anything what these red things are. Are they just possible investigation points, not necessarily investigation points? Oh, should I let them... Okay, hold on. I guess you get closer to that? No. Hold on. You want to inspect something. Right? That's what these... Sorry, hold on. Is that... Oh, no, hold on. I gotta check. Are these means... Oh, your inspection's only 1! Oh no! Okay, so Techie needs help with inspection. Okay, I gotta help in Techie over there. You're 3 and you're 4. Okay, so maybe some... Yeah, the music's helping this, like, a lot. Okay, I'll let you two do what you want to do. And... I need you... Your move is what? You move at 7, that's good. Alright, if you can move... Nope, never mind, 7's not big enough. No, okay, so... And you won't do anything I tell you to do. And your movement's 8, and your inspection's 5. It's still not close enough to get a Techie, though. Okay, but I should move you... I should move him still. Not glad your game crashed, but glad yeah. You're really not missing anything. Oh, you did miss a new detective got introduced. His name's Renegade Detective. He's Nagito vampire coded, but apparently has great shoe sense that I missed. And you know, he tried to murder me. But, you know, who hasn't lately in any of these games? Okay. And... I want you to look on your own, you to look on your own. You two, I guess, maybe inspect that part on your own, if you guys will do that. Oh wait, preliminary. Let's do preliminary. That's right. What is this switch on the wall? There's a separate one for the lights, so this must be for activating something else. Wonder if you make everyone survive if you play well. Wait. Can they die off and I'm just like screwed out of character for like the rest of the game? Okay, oh, okay, so you found a switch on the wall. Cool. You can't do anything else. And I already moved you. Wait, what's your analyzation? 2? Your analyzation is 3. 1. 4? Okay. I know. Okay, and wall switch is 3. So let's analyze that. Okay, cool. I got this. I got this. Sadly, no, there are set cases, like in Raincoat. Okay. Okay. Alright, Dad, what'd you get? So flipping the switch retracts the chain, returning the fallen chandelier to the ceiling. Such a contraption could easily lift a person. Sad he... Oh, Miss, but he's something else, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, that is a first impression. You know, attempting a murder. Splendid. We couldn't infer anything about that MP before, but analyzing the evidence has made it possible. This will happen quite often. Always ensure you find information needed to properly make an inference. Oh, okay, so now I can look at this. Okay, so I probably shouldn't have moved you then. My bad. But I can move you, right? Not close enough yet. Alright, so I can't do anything there. Wait, if I hover, that shows me what they want to do, right? Okay. So, yeah, so investigate. Everyone, scatter around. Okay, cool. Alright, so. I was slinging those heels. Alright, so we got you. Move here, please. Alright, and it's a 13. You're gonna go on your own, but it's gonna take you apparently an hour to get there, so. And your movement's 8? Can't get you close enough. Your movement's not gonna get there. You're gonna want to go through here. What is this? Ideal! What were these red things? You didn't tell me. Alright, no, I'm pretty sure it's probably straightforward. I just need to look at this. So, inference is only 6, so we need someone with 7 in inference. Right? I think that's how that goes. Do links in chat work? Give me 2 seconds to just give you permission real quick. And I can make it allowed. So let's go over to this. Go over to my spam filters. And alright, give it like 30 seconds. And then try again. And we'll see if that works. Okay, so I need someone with at least 6. So you're gonna help regardless. Oh, your assistance is 6. And assistance helps. Okay, so that works. And we don't have anything else to analyze, right? Can't look at the gloves, huh? Okay. So I think I'm gonna let you guys do what you want to do. Now we need you to assist. Oh no, wait, we need someone next to you to assist. Okay, hold on. Okay, what is... Assistance is 4, assistance is 4. Okay, I think it should be fine. Sent it again? I don't know how long it takes for me to, because I hit allow links. Can I do it specifically just for you? That page. Yeah, it doesn't let me see. You said you didn't have Discord, right? Alright, so let me run this game real quick. Could you be right next to you?
Yes. Okay, cool. That works, that works. And if I move you next to you, can you also assist? No. Darn it. Okay. That's fine. I think that should be enough anyway. Oh, preliminary. Yes. Boosted. Alright, so 1. So that means Posh should do it on her own next when I hit investigate. The door drops the trap, and the switch lifts it, allowing it to be repeated. Using such a lovely fixture for nefarious purposes. How vulgar. Well, I see. There need to be a special something installed in the ceiling then. I'll go up and take a look. Posh, since you haven't realized it yet. Okay, so that's it. So that's done? Save? Yes, please. Please let me save this game. And we're gonna put it under here. Wonderful. You gave such clear instruction. I truly am grateful to have you with me. I told the others to meet by the fireplace. We should hurry there ourselves. It's time for all of us to get to the bottom of this intricate, baffling case. Wait, excuse me, Ideal. I call out and stop Ideal Detective as we make our way back. Well, please, tell me. What's the real reason you brought me to this island? I can't help but ask. I need to know the rest of what she was going to say earlier. After all, why would someone as bumbling as myself be invited to stand amongst a talented crowd of detectives like this? And for the chief of the DA to place so much trust in me, it's nothing short of bizarre. Well, I understand my limitations better than anyone. My talents are undeserving of your good graces. It takes some time to use the investigation part. No, I do like that, actually. Like, I like having everyone involved in my, the investigation. It makes them feel less lazy, You're like, oh, here's these master detectives and ultimate detectives and, I guess Danganronpa characters too. And they're like, not doing as much, forcing them to do stuff. Like, I like that. But the real kicker is the way you clearly know me. Just what is that you want from me? What's a nobody like me even doing on this island? My shouts echo down the hall as every pent-up question I have comes bursting out at once. I just can't understand why this world-famous detective would act so cryptic toward me. Sorry, I've been a bit mean-spirited, haven't I? Ideal gives a wry smirk, then scratches her cheek. My inner devil wanted to see that bewildered look of yours, and it got the better of me. I'd been planning to keep quiet until you noticed. This is our first meeting in 10 years, after all. Surely you can understand how I'd want to surprise you a bit, Watto. Wait, our first meeting in 10 years? Oh, wait, did you just call me Watto? Could it really be? My heart catches in my throat. Only one person. Someone I met 10 years ago called me by my first name. But there's just no way. I've dreamt of this reunion for ages. Inviting you here wasn't completely outrageous now that you've been scouted into the DA. My real name is Saika Sharonford Holmes. Oh my gosh, he wasn't just messing with her. Her last name actually is Holmes. Okay. 10 years ago, you saved my life. But that's impossible! Huh? My voice comes out in a shout before I curb it. I breathe deeply, but the shock won't subside. Ideal Detective is Saika? Well, that can't be right. I saw her covered in blood right before me. But there's no way Saika's alive. Avenging her's my motivation all this time, but now... Wait... Now? Calm yourself. Ideal comes close and softly cups my cheek. I'm startled by the sudden intimacy, but her arm around my waist keeps me in place. Also, real quick, I really do love how they did the artwork for this. It's very pretty. Like the way that, you know, they painted and shaded all this stuff. Like, it looks really nice. You seem to have lost your memories of our time in that prison. It must have left quite the emotional scar. No need to force yourself. It'll only cause your heart grief. Remember, little by little, about how you rescued me that day. She is based on Sherlock Holmes? Oh, neat. Wait, what? Did I really? Yes. What I said to the others wasn't a lie. You truly did save me. You're the reason I'm alive today. But our enemy is far more cold and calculating than anticipated. I have no hope in preventing the DA's eradication alone. I need your help, Watto. I summoned you here because I'm in desperate need of your abilities. For now, please, just believe me. Ideal gazes at me with a sadness that reminds me of the Saika I once knew. That vulnerable, girlish expression taking the place of her usual sagacity, I hope that's how you say that, was nearly identical. But I can't help but wonder if this is truly the same person. Well, wait, is it really you, Saika? He finally used my name. I couldn't be happier. A relieved smile spreads across Ideal Detective's face. It doesn't seem like an act. She's sincerely happy to be reunited with me. Remember, we detectives only share our true names with those we completely trust. No matter who doubts or suspects you, be it the others or even yourself, I will always be on your side. So stay by mine and observe my work. I'm certain you recall the truth if you do. See, you know in the beginning I was like, oh man, she's clearly Saika. It's obviously Saika. But now I'm just like, are you a shapeshifter or a disguise-wearing person instead and not really Saika and you're tricking me? And if so, why? I'm certain you'll recall the truth if you do. You had to go feature... nothing really much. I think... Oh, she said that, hey, I'm Saika. And we're like, what? No way. And Watto doesn't believe it. Watto's like, no, Saika died. You can't be Saika. And she's like, oh, you're amnesia. That was a quick 3-second recap. Ideal steps back from me, her expression already reverting to its usual dignified air. Between her continence as chief of the DA and as a vulnerable girl, I'm not sure which is real. There's so much cause for suspicion. And yet, I still don't know the truth. But I'll choose to believe in your words, which is to say, I want to believe in them. I've played the past out of my mind countless times, wishing I could have saved you, Saika. I wasn't able to do so back then, so I truly want to believe what she's saying, that Saika's alive. Even if those sweet words are mere deceit. But still, I don't buy it 100%. Like you said, I'll stick with you and try to figure things out. Such as whether or not you're telling the truth. That's all I wish for, Watto. Observe my every move with your utmost attention. If I have one request, however, is that you stop calling me Ideal. It's far too formal for my but we're gonna be with everyone else and we shouldn't tell them your real name. That'd be bad. Okay, there we go. When it's only the two of us, would you mind calling me Saika, like back in the old days? Or not Saika, is it Saika? Saika. Oh wait, just a second. I didn't mean I actually believe you're Saika yet. Stubborn as ever, aren't you? And always over the silliest things. Very well, address me as Holmes, then. The other detectives know me by this name, so it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, got it. Holmes? This is our first step towards friendship, Watto. Holmes' face beams with genuine elation. The fact that it's moving me so easily is proof enough that I'm a rookie detective. Alright, come on, Watto Hojo. Get it together. The D-pad pings with a notification. The others must have gathered in the living room by now. It is 3 syllables? Okay, got it. Thank you. Now, shall we close the book on this case?
I follow Holmes as she heads to the living room. I have no clue what she could want from me, but I've decided to trust her for now. If I stay by her side, the truth behind why I was brought here may finally come to light. Hi, everyone! All 13 detectives, including Holmes and myself, gather around the room. Holmes adds a few logs to the crackling fire before turning to address us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each of you for doing your parts. Due to your efforts, we have uncovered the method used to dismember a senior detective. Now it's simply a matter of laying it out. Well then please tell us, Holmes, who's the culprit? How like a commoner to heedlessly jump the gun. Before revealing the culprit, is there not a matter we must clarify first? Well, that would be... Why, the method by which Senior Detective was slain, of course. I agree. Instead of focusing on who did it, let's consider who could have done it, and eliminate some of the obstacles in our way. How do you suppose Senior Detective was killed, Posh? Oh, put simply, with an artifice working in concert with the chandelier trap. Wait, in concert with the chandelier trap? You mean I set it into motion when I opened the door? The chandelier had crashed down the moment... Oh, yeah! Uh-oh. The chandelier had crashed down the moment I stepped through the entrance of the manor. After that, I was out cold until the DA arrived. Oh, so we technically kind of murdered him, but not really, because we didn't set the trap, right? Posh is what Fubuki would be if she were arrogant so dummy thick. The culprit utilized the trap, but for what purpose? Have you ever played with clay, incompetent? Say you want to cut it in half as cleanly as possible. How would you do it? Even a knife would give you some trouble, no? Oh, back in school, I remember we learned to wrap a nylon string around the clay and pull it to split it apart. Don't smile at that because your friend or coworker just got, sliced a lot. Good. Now for the next question. Following that principle for cutting clay, what would happen if you wrapped a sharp wire on a person and then tightened it? Oh, what do you mean? Senior Detective's mutilated body flashes across my mind, and my skin prickles. That wire was definitely sharp enough. If you were to wrap it around someone and yank it, they would be sliced apart almost effortlessly, just like clay. You get the idea, I presume. If one wanted to cut something with a wire, their best option would be to wind it around and pull. Clay is one thing, but could you really pull hard enough to, slice a guy up? Cause FYI, that stuff does not look easy to handle. A salient question downtown. Indeed, the crux of this trick is in how the wire was tightened. So, what method could have been used to pull the wire once it was wrapped around Senior Detective? Any ideas, Posh? The culprit may have had a dash of cleverness up their sleeve, but my upper-class intellect saw right through it. Put simply, the culprit used the falling chandelier to pull the wire taut. Well, wait, how would they do that? The chandelier's up in the entrance hall, but the crime took place down the basement, right? Dear me, very well. I shall elucidate the matter so elegantly that even a commoner could understand. The wire was attached to the chandelier, so they would move in tandem. When the latter fell, the former would wind up automatically. Excuse you? This explanation is mine to give. Posh Detective cuts Holmes off with a huff, then continues where she left off. After sedating Senior Detective, the culprit affixed the wire to the chandelier, which had been lowered to the floor. Do I have any suspects in mind? Who did I say I didn't care for? Okay, well, I'm taking Mystic off the table. I think at last stream I said Mystic, but now I know he's Bookworm's dad, not Mystic anymore. I feel Renegade would be too easy of a suspect. And it better not be armor, because I love armor. I don't think it's techie. It's not bookworm. It cannot be doleful. I refuse to believe it's doleful. Who's it leave me with? Ideal? Obviously not. And who's the prince guy again? Oh my god, what's his name? Overworker? No, overachiever. No. I'm all thinking of this. I'm like, wait, I have a whole ass roster. If it's someone I know, it would be, I would doubt Posh and Gourmet. Actually, I am doubting Gourmet. Workaholic, that was his name. But I don't even know if it has to be one of our characters. It could be someone we haven't met yet, right? Better not be downtown. I don't know. Then, they threaded the wire through the gaps in the entrance hall floor, allowing them to connect it with the basement. Wait, would a wire really fit through the floorboards though? Certainly. If the cracks are large enough for sound to travel between the two spaces, a thin wire should pose no issue. You'd be the chocoholic detective? Alright, but dark chocolate, right? I am a 70% and higher dark chocolate person. I like it bitter. Once the wire fed down to the basement was wound around Senior Detective, the chandelier was raised back into position. When the chandelier came plummeting down later on, it pulled the wire taut and dismembered the victim in one fell swoop. Voila! The culprit managed to kill Senior Detective without dirtying their hands, and successfully obscured the time of death. Oh wait, who has gloves? Because we saw the burnt glove. Someone with a burnt glove. Or someone missing a glove. A superb deduction. But I would like some conclusive evidence. Watto, do you remember the traces Gimmick left behind? I was gonna Orochimaru. You've heard that too, but now it gives you— oh no, it gives you migraines? The traces left behind. Now that she mentions it, something suspicious did catch my attention during the investigation. I mean, our detective always gets my attention. The scratches on the chandelier. Well, the scratches on the chandelier. Those must have been left by the wire when it scraped against the metal. Excellent. That's precisely right, Watto. The chandelier is quite durable, so if anything were to cause a scratch, it would have to— really? It would have to be extraordinarily sharp. Like a wire capable of cutting through the even steel, perhaps. Then it's just like what you said. The wire saw and the chandelier trap were prepared for this little stunt. So, how's it feel, incompetent? Oh, how does what feel? Slow on the uptake, aren't we? What I mean is, how's it feel to know that Senior Detective was killed by the chandelier trap? He wouldn't have gotten hacked into pieces if you never opened that door, you know. What's with that face? What's with those eyes, bro? You're too excited about this. Shock lances through my spine, and I began to break out in a cold sweat. So, it was all because of me? If I hadn't triggered that trap, then Senior Detective would still be alive? Even now, you feel the doorknob in my hand. To think that at that moment, a man was being sliced apart right below my feet. The trap I triggered? How does your first kill feel? Like sinking to the mud of a swamp, huh? Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Stand down, Renegade Detective.
Keep your lips shut until I say otherwise. Ah, don't glower at me like that. It makes me tingle all over. This is your second and final warning. Shut your mouth. Ideal, thank you. And they ditched. Cowed by Holmes, renegade detective seems to cut his losses, backing down. Holmes turns to me, all signs of anger wiped clean from her face. I know you're shaken and incompetent, but you need to set that grief aside for now. And the rest of you, save your blame and suspicions. Any of us could have triggered the trap at the door. It was unavoidable. As a matter of fact, Incompetent actually did something remarkable. His actions forced the culprit to make a fatal error. I did something? And it's remarkable? What could she mean by that? As much as I want to demand an answer, I wait to hear the rest of her deduction. Oh, yo, Posh! The crook used the falling chandelier to cinch the wire, right? Did I not say as much? The wire worked in concert with the chandelier. Well, yeah, but wouldn't that just move Senior up and down with the chandelier? It wouldn't really be enough to kill him, right? What? I see what you're saying, Rowdy. For the wire to dismember Senior Detective, a strong upward force would be required. And you're suggesting that using the downward momentum of the chandelier wouldn't have accomplished that, correct? Downward momentum? Oh, downward momentum. I'm not sure I follow you there, but yeah, something like that. You're right. This is a sticking point. Whatever to do. Could you provide us with a rejoinder, Posh? Yes, right. Well, you see, the thing is, well... They're her lifeline, Incompetent. Do you recall who was initially investigating with Posh? Gourmet was. That was Gourmet. What happens if I hit all the trust levels? Gourmet, am I right to assume you figured out how the chandelier's downward momentum was used to kill Senior Detective? Oh my, you look like you were just about to get to the tasty part. So I didn't want to interrupt, but if you insist. The culprit used a pulley system to connect the wire, and dear Senior along with it to the chandelier. Piece of cake. Of course, they used a pulley system. It was so obvious. I suppose it just slipped my mind. Oh. Wait, a pulley system? Like what you'd use in a well? How would that help in the situation? It's not as tricky as it seems. Here, I'll break it down for you with a diagram. No matter how many times the chandelier has been dropped, it can always be raised back up to the ceiling using the well switch. The mechanism can bear considerable weight, so much that I was able to lift a voluptuous vixen like myself with ease. Placing dear Senior up would have been even easier considering how much lighter he is. Wait, did she test it out already? Well, you're saying you rode the chandelier up to the ceiling? Oh, yes, it was quite the wild ride. Plus, I discovered a juicy clue when I reached the top. It was a hook, the one the wire was probably hung on. It's designed for mountaineering, so it'd be sturdy enough to withstand the tension. The wire draped over the hook, then tied to the chandelier. You could adjust the slack with the wire with a sharp jerk. Dear Senior would have been bound to the ceiling, unable to do a thing. What a horrible trick. The traces of necrosis on Senior Detective's limbs indicate that he was pinned up there for quite some time. I shudder to think about it. So, with this pulley system in place, all that would remain is to descend the chandelier with the rope and wait for someone to open the door. But how would you gather up the rope that you used to climb down the chandelier? Oh, you precious dimwit, you. There are so many ways one could collect it after the fact. For example, if you use a bowline or a slip knot, you can do it upon reaching the ground with a simple tug. I'll show you sometime.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for how to respond when presented with these not options, as if there are obvious possibilities. Aside from armor, no one seems fazed, as if it was just common detective knowledge. I really am terrifyingly out of my depth here. There you have it. The culprit finished their preparations long before we even arrived on the island to put the matter behind them. I don't know why, but the little diagram of Senior being dismembered is kind of cute. And then when I opened the door, triggering the trap, yanking the wire with the pulley system and slicing Senior Detective apart. To think that someone could orchestrate such a kill while their victim remained down in the basement. I just can't fathom it. I feel a shiver run down my spine at the hidden culprit's ingenuity, as well as their barbarity.
What a craven deed! Using another's hand instead of dirtying one's own to commit such a heinous act. It is beyond forgiveness!
So, the torn piece of carpet I found in the entrance hall was cut by the wire as it was shot up from the basement, right? Correct. I analyzed the fragment and can attest with 100% certainty that it was severed by the wire. When the wire was pulled up through the gap, it shifted and sliced the carpet in one spot. Therefore, the culprit never did a trial run. Oh, how sloppy they must be to leave so many clues. They never stood a chance at besting me, heir to the illustrious Pinkerton name. But it was kind of cute. Like, it was drawn adorably. Like, it was Gourmet who drew us the thing, right? Like, she did a very good job drawing up Senior being all chopped.
But the question still remains, who's responsible for this?
Huh? Is it clearly not this Homler who opened the door? He was disreputable from the start. Gosh, clearly it wasn't me. I wouldn't have done this.
No. Once the trick was set up, the culprit would merely have to wait for someone to inevitably open the door. In other words, it could have been anyone. Triggering the trap may make incompetent the prime suspect, but he's still one of our own.
Oh, you're fine. That's no problem. Now hold on there, workaholic. What could you possibly mean by that? We spent hours traveling here from the mainland today. In what universe could any of us have been responsible for this crime? Your suggestion is deplorable, even for a commoner. Those peeps and snarks were killed, like, over a day ago, right? Doesn't that mean one of them could have done it, like, back then? The killer would have wiped out everyone on the island, set up the trap, and then bounced to meet up with us and put on the innocent act. If the culprit's really the quartering duke, they could totally pull that off. That piece of trash is literally the worst. He's like the reason we even have to be here in the first place. Grr, the nerve. How dare they turn us on one another?
Hey now, let's back up a bit here. There's something that makes this even worse, you know.
Renegade Detective cuts in gleefully. Wait, even worse? What do you mean?
Isn't it obvious?
And he's doing the Nagito pose, like, haha! Like, just these little swirls in his eyes.
Things would be fine if we could still track down the culprits. But worst case scenario, they've already escaped from the island.
The atmosphere tenses in an instant. As much as we hoped to believe otherwise, it was a possibility we couldn't ignore.
If we're assuming this is the work of the quartering duke, isn't it only rational to conclude that he's booked it by now? He successfully destroyed HQ after all. He even left us with a parting gift of Senior Detective's murder. Why stay after that?
This is what you love about this game? Because the cast or an outside force can be the killer? Yeah, like, I have no idea where I should be looking for this murderer.
If it were me, I'd hightail it to the second I was able, never to return. That way, I wouldn't even be suspected. Unless I had a strong motive to do otherwise, that is.
Wait, sir, wait. No, the glove. We have the glove still. We have the glove. No one can argue with Renegade's words.
I suppose it takes a homicidal maniac to give us some perspective on another. Just like he said, it'd be counterintuitive for the culprit to remain, or even return to the island at this point. Well, in the cases... Yep, if anyone's to blame, then we may as well be a wild mass guessing. That's an impasse if I ever saw one. No, everyone hands! Everyone hands! Now, hands! I examine everyone's faces again. Their eyes are filled with suspicion and hostility that wasn't there before. I believed I could trust them just moments ago, but now, a dark shadow hangs above us. If the culprit already fled, we'll never track down Senior Detective's killer. But if they're still here, they could very well be among us. Renegade's the love child of Nagito and Hajime. Either way, it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's no surprise the team's morale has taken a hit. He's a little chaos gremlin. Stiff upper lip, ladies and gentlemen. This investigation hasn't ended yet. Holmes' voice dispels the gloom. It's true. Regardless of our actions, the reality of the situation is a tragic one. Yeah, the killer vented. Like, we don't know where the killer went. However, it's a detective's duty to attend to the aftermath of any tragedy. If we hesitate, who else will take the mantle? Huh? Holmes has a wink my way before making her announcement. As mentioned previously, the culprit made one fatal error, which I shall now share with you all. The glove! The glove! Yeah, I'm starting to think, like, is she supposed to have a British accent? Because she have her lip. Well, she's just playing the part of, like, a Sherlock Holmes character. And so she's saying, like, you know, British sayings. After all, reversing tragedies is precisely what we must do, ladies and gentlemen. The group fell silent, listening intently to what Ideal has to say. For this particular trick, anyone could have performed the killing act, so long as the proper preparations are made. It's possible the perpetrator has already fled, though if they are still present, they could very well be part of the DA. How does Holmes intend to turn such a desperate situation around? I believe someone's yet to share their theory. Incompetent, you know to whom I refer, yes? Investigators haven't spoken yet. That was definitely Bookworm. Bookworm, you found a glove. Oh, Bookworm, you were looking at the fireplace when you noticed something, right? What was it? So, you were spying on me then. Get lost and die, Humbert, said the girl to the perverted youth, her detest for him clear on her face. Wait, what? No, that's not it. That's enough, Bookie. Apologies, incompetent. I'm afraid her social graces are a bit lacking. Well, don't worry about it. I give a strained laugh as I attempt to recover from the mental blow I was just dealt. Weren't you just chomping at the bit to tell everyone about the fireplace? Come on out, say it! I intended to, whether or not I was asked, huffed the girl matter-of-factly before beginning her explanation. When we first entered, this fire was lit. Something felt off about this, so I spent my time pondering the matter, the girl began. Something was off? What matter are you talking about? The style of hearth isn't commonplace in this country, so it's no surprise that you would be unaware that these fires don't burn for long. Unless wood is added regularly, they will not last more than 6 hours. Even 5 would be an exceptional amount of time. Huh? So it really needs to be tended to? But isn't it possible someone started the fire because they were feeling cold? I know it's March, but this island gets pretty chilly. No proper detective would use a fireplace at a crime scene. You deviant, said the girl, chiding the would-be offender. Okay, sure, I'm just not gonna talk to you ever again. It's as Bookie says. I doubt there'd be a soul among us who would use this fireplace for the situation. The only individual who would is the culprit. They had some incentive to ignite these flames, and it happened within the last several hours. You both know something vital. The very act of lighting the fire was quite a blunder on the perpetrator's behalf. It appears they're unaware of how long the fire would burn, But that is precisely why they lit it. There was no other choice.
They had to light the fire?
Indeed. All to dispose of the gloves necessary to manipulate the wire saw.
Well, saying this, Holmes fishes a single black glove from her pocket and waves it at us.
As you all know, said wire saw is so fine that it requires specially made gloves to handle. Gloves which the culprit possessed. Were these gloves to be found on any of our persons, the owner would be quite suspect. Ergo, their only recourse was to burn them. With that, Holmes flings the gloves into the fireplace.
Did we have to burn it? The clue?
It disappears into the flames, hissing all the while. It may have been made of sturdy material, but it clearly wasn't fireproof.
But why did we just throw it back in the fire? Holmes! Holmes! That's destruction of evidence.
I managed to find the burnt remains of a glove in the fireplace. The girl reported to the chief.
Oh no, she just threw a glove. Just a random. No, she threw the glove.
What? Why?
So the glove didn't burn entirely, despite the heat. Perhaps forming a pact with the Ifrits who would have better served them.
Not sure what that means, so we'll just ignore that, the girl said dismissively. Brilliant discovery, Brookworm. From this, we can deduce that the culprit lit this fire in an attempt to dispose of the gloves. Now, what further conclusions can we draw? I'm sure you could tell us, Mystic.
Naturally, had the culprit escaped the manor, they could have discarded the gloves any number of ways, not least of which being in the ocean. The fact that they attempted to do so within the manor suggests that a getaway was not in the cards.
Yes, precisely so, Mystic. The sole path from Gormenghast to Snarks is a straight shot. Apart from that, there is only a cliff no person could easily descend. More importantly, during the several hours after our arrival, we never failed to keep watch. Not one soul fled from the building. Put in another way, whoever lit the fire is still inside the manor as we speak, said the girl, following the chief's logic.
They're still inside here? It was Sniffy Whiffy. Sniffy Whiffy did it.
The detectives eye each other suspiciously.
But of course, why wouldn't they? If the culprit is still inside the manor, that means they're hiding within our group.
Remain calm, ladies and gentlemen. While it is dispiriting to have the culprit among us, there is one fact more critical than any other. The fact that the quartering duke is, without question, inside this very manor.
Is it you? Is it you, Ideal? You miss Sniffy Whiffy? Same. Well, but how can you be so sure? Is it because you're the quartering duke?
It's all thanks to your turning up here, incompetent.
Huh? Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? 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 Holmes chuckled slightly before continuing. Oh, okay, never mind.
The quartering duke, you see, did not account for your presence. Two fatal errors suggest this is the case. Firstly, a trace of the crime still remained. Had it all gone accordingly, I suspect the original plan would leave no such evidence. Then, as Renegade pointed out, we would have assumed the Duke already escaped, throwing our investigation to disarray.
Well, I see. If the Duke's goal wasn't to put us off his scent, there wouldn't have been any need to engineer such a complex murder. For all intents and purposes, this should have been an unsolvable case.
However, Incompetent triggered the trap earlier than anticipated. What's more, he passed out in the entryway. The culprit was likely panicking inside the manor. With all the windows fitted, the front door was the only means of escape. But with this boy unconscious by the door, the chance of him waking and catching them as they fled was too great a risk. With no knowledge of his background or ability, it would be unwise to try and kill him. As the others were en route, the culprit opted to hide.
Okay.
Flustered, they saw their chance and used the fireplace to dispose of the evidence. Well, my deduction is quite sound, yes?
Okay, who did we see in the beginning? In the beginning, I really am starting to feel like it's workaholic. If it's one of us, but why? Hold on. Workaholic, you're not number 2 or something else, right? Sorry, I'm pausing this again, just so I can just... No, he was number 10. So there wasn't any reason for him to, like, you know... do this? I guess there's no real reason for anyone to do this. Okay, let's continue. We'll see. No one contradicts Holmes' statements. She's right. If there was any irregularity in the culprit's plan, it would be me. I may lack experience and I failed to say senior, but it's thanks to me that a major flaw was introduced to the murderer's plan. It's a bit ironic, really. What can I say? I never considered that possibility. You have some nerve saying that after all your misleading comments. I wager that you had this figured out, besides to stir the pot anyway. What? Now wait a moment. How can you be so certain that the quartering Duke is the culprit? The Duke's murders are characterized by 2 simultaneous victims. Even with the deceased staffed here, this case is entirely different. Therein lies our second mistake, Posh. Posh falls silent. Holmes turns her gaze to me, then smiles coldly before getting to the heart of the matter. In the original plan, the individual who opened the door was intended to spring the trap and die alongside Senior Detective. That is to say, failing to produce the second victim was the quartering Duke's greatest mistake. I beg your pardon? The quackering duck. Now I remember when the trap sprung. I felt a pain in my head that led me to avoid the trap. By all means, I should have died right then. In other words, I narrowly avoided a tragic fate as a quartering Duke's latest victim. Hold on. Aren't we a bit quick to assume this was the Duke's doing? Just because there could have been 2 victims? It may just be another copycat, you feel me? Stop asking questions you know the answer to, renegade detective. A fellow serial killer such as yourself ought to understand, This was not simply to sow the seeds of discord. It was a declaration of war. Killing Senior in such a risky way is proof of that. Reveal the truth, or you will all be dismembered. That is what he means to tell us. Things are getting interesting. I, for one, am ready to have a ball, my dear Holmes. With renegade detective satisfied, Holmes claps once, turning the attention back to her. Very good. Now, to briefly summarize. The quartering Duke came to the island a few days prior to our arrival, murdering all personnel present. He affixed Senior Detective to the chandelier, ensuring he would be killed when it descended. Following that, the Duke left the manor. Later, while we were all at the research facility, they sent a message to me using Senior's voice, luring a portion of our group back to the manor. In doing so, whoever opened the door to the manor would die at the same moment as Senior Detective, producing 2 victims, the Duke's modus operandi. This was also meant to conceal the Duke's presence and facilitate his escape amidst the chaos. Or so went the plan, at least. Yeah, no, I love this. I love that we just have like our own little band here just playing music for us all, you know, in case gets solved. But it was that exact moment when things went awry, when an unforeseen individual triggered the trap earlier than expected. This deviation prevented the culprit from fleeing. In their panic, they disposed of the evidence in the fireplace, but it didn't burn completely. That concludes my synopsis. Now, we must ask, where is the quartering Duke? Surely, as the irregularity, you can tell us incompetent. I wonder which one to pick. Is he inside the manor? He may be inside the manor. I think he's inside the manor. The quartering Duke is inside the manor. Precisely.
The quartering Duke himself stands among our ranks. We must take advantage of this opportunity and confidence has granted us. Having suffered blow after blow, it is now our turn to act. The game is afoot. Let us bring an end to this tragedy drenched in deceit. Alright, case overview. Senior detective, culprit unknown. Cause of death, dismembered by wire saw. The culprit killed senior detective from afar using a chandelier trap and wire saw. The gimmick was set up in advance, making it hard to pin down the culprit. They remain unidentified, but must be inside the manor. Yes! Heck yeah! Oh, sure thing, girl. But can we, put a pause on this whole investigation thing? Given the situation, Downtown's casual demeanor feels momentarily out of place. Oh, we pretty much solved the mystery. All we gotta do is, catch the bad guy, yeah? So let's just take a break and chill for a bit. Uh-oh. No, Downtown, please don't be the quartering Duke. Downtown, no! No lie, I am mad hungry right now. Oh, I think it's Downtown. Besides, it's not like talking in circles is gonna go anywhere if we're all running on empty.
Here, here, Lady Downtown. Pray, let us heed our wisdom. The culprit was unable to make their escape, correct? In which case, we ought to regain our strength and prepare for battles to come.
A valid point. Factoring in travel time, we've been going at it non-stop for about a day and a half so far. Holmes chuckles ruefully at Downtown and Armor's comments, but speaks with a clear, firm voice. Let us take turns standing watch at the door. In the meantime, as Downtown suggested, the rest of us can relax and enjoy a meal.
We're not gonna get poisoned? We're not worried about getting poisoned? Because I'm a little worried about being poisoned, honestly.
Okay. With Holmes' words, the group lets out a collective sigh of relief. No one has to say it, we're all clearly exhausted. The detectives chatter away as we head towards the dining hall. The atmosphere has finally become calm and relaxed. Oh, what was that? Despite that, the tightness in my chest won't disappear. I groan quietly as I feel another migraine coming on. It's just like when the chandelier fell, as if I'm not myself. Hey, you good, dude? Does your head feel okay? I got some painkillers if you need them. No. I kind of don't trust you.
You mustn't overexert yourself. Hold tight, for I shall be your steed to the dining hall. No, Armor, we're staying behind. We're staying behind, please. Also, I see the shoes, and they are lovely. Thank you. Those are great.
Well, no, it's fine. I really don't need to be carried. After some time, the pain recedes, but I can't understand it. Why is my body such a wreck right now? Hey. Downtown, could I get one of those painkillers later, just in case? Sure, no prob. Just don't forget, you owe me one. Did I do?
Right? Anytime anyone acts us, I'm like, yeah, you're clearly the bad guy. We're gonna lock you up. Which, everyone felt that way about my character, so I'm feeling really a little hypocritical, but I just don't trust the fact that she's like, man, who's the Duke? She's like, let's go somewhere else right now.
Now, come on, let's hit the dining hall. Don't want anyone getting sus about us hanging back too long, Downtown doesn't wait for me to respond, instead pulling my hand and leading me into the dining hall. The dining room is buzzing with chatter. Some ingredients were left in the refrigerator, so Gourmet Detective cooked us a meal. Workaholic, Renegade, and Doleful agree to keep watch while the rest of us gather around the lengthy dining room table. Alright everyone, soup's on! I already tasted the ingredients for poison, so kick back, relax, and enjoy the meal. Poison? But that could have killed you. It would have been much easier and safer to use my forensic friend. Quickie Licky! Quickie Licky!
Techie, you stay forever with me, right? I love this.
No worries, little man. A bit of stuff ain't enough to bring down Gourmet anyway. It's like this, see? She could guzzle down any old poison as if it were a sody pop. Oh, Ratty, when you put it like that, I practically sound like a monster. I sampled all sorts of toxins since I was a kid, so I guess I built up a tolerance.
Whoa, what's this? Oh, the save options there. Cool.
Cyanide has too much of a kick, though, even for me.
Why did you tell people this out loud? Don't tell people that out loud.
So, you really do have a super palate. How alarmingly impressive. Oh, and oh my gosh, the spaghetti is the bomb. You're like just as good at cooking as you're eating, gourmet.
Indeed, the sauce is excellent, rich yet refreshing with a complex taste that lingers in the mouth. Just what is this sauce precisely? Downtown, figure it out, won't you?
Huh? Me? Like how should I know? Can we at least give the mystery solving shtick a rest while we're eating?
But life is full of mysteries, is it not? As detectives, it is our job, our legacy even, to find them.
Eureka! This bittersweet flavor. It is surely lemon, is it not?
Oh, I use lemon when making spaghetti, but I also don't use marinara though. Not quite. I can't see lemons having any place in this sauce.
What? Rubbish! Lemons are exceptionally juicy.
So who the heck wants a juicy sauce? Wait, how are you even gonna eat in all that metal?
Through the slits of my helm, of course.
Behold, is he gonna put spaghetti through his eye? Please let there be a picture. Please let there be a picture.
Ew, you are so nasty. Like, for real.
Do not slip your carrots into my soup, Bookie. Without them, you'll be doomed to never grow any taller.
Carrots smell of dirt. They're disgusting and I hate them. And although vitamins do impact your health, they won't affect your body's growth. Therefore, not eating them will impede my height. Your logic is flawed, said the girl, swiftly destroying his flimsy argument.
Enough dawdling. Eat your dinner. Gourmet took the time to boil the carrots, making them both tender and easy to eat.
Ugh.
Listen to Mystic now, Bookworm. A detective cannot afford to be picky. My, how nostalgic. As a girl, I simply loathe the bean sprouts. Refuse to even take a single bite, in fact. But now, they're my absolute favorite.
Okay, so I can't stand kale and cauliflower. Like, I like most vegetables, but I just can't take those two. And beets. All the ones that taste like, you know, dirt. Like dirt. The for real's dirt.
You feel like downtown? You're hungry as hell now?
Bean sprouts? That sounds like a rather humble meal for a member of the distinguished Pinkerton family, the girl said, eyes growing wide.
Well,
her family has fallen on hard times of late, and now does security work to make a living. Even so, you're looking at the woman who revived it.
We haven't the time for your hearsay. The Pinkertons are now, as ever, the very finest of detectives. Rest assured, I shall reveal the true nature of the courting duke and unveil the truth. You'll all see soon enough. I am unable to mask the surprise on my face as I listen to the others chat in harmony. It's workaholic. It's workaholic. Workaholic is not eating. In fact, where is he? Even after seeing something so horrible, they're still able to have a normal meal. It goes to show how amazing they are. I, on the other hand, haven't been able to take a single bite of food on my plate. Before me is a savory soup full of hearty veggies, toasted baguette slices, and fluffy eggs. Oh my god, stop this! I want eggs so bad now. Yeah, the second we're done with stream, I'm gonna eat. So, like, one of my favorite meals, just real quick. I just like eggs on rice with curtido, which is a pickled cabbage kind of thing. I love it, and now I want that. All the food looks as delicious as it is inviting. Yet I can't will the hand holding my spoon to budge even an inch. Ugh. No matter how hard I try, I can't keep up the grisly sight from earlier out of my head. Everyone else saw the same thing as me.
but I'm the only one paralyzed by it. How pathetic can I be? I mean, I remember the alliance myself. I need to strengthen my mental fortitude so murder scenes won't bother me this much. You look rather tense. Are you quite alright? Holmes is sitting next to me, her voice a low whisper, such that only I can hear it. Oh, I'm sorry. I just have something on my mind. Yeah, don't worry about me. You're a poor liar. That murder scene robbed you of your appetite, didn't it? Huh? I gawk at how easily she sees through me. It's as plain as day from the look on your face. Not to mention, this is something everyone who fancies themselves a detective has gone through. Alright, I'll try to get used to it as quickly as I can. No, don't. Now, no need for that. Homicides aren't something you should get accustomed to. Huh? What do you mean? I borrow the question before I can stop myself. Precisely what I said. It's not uncommon for detectives to encounter tragedy. But even so, we mustn't consider it a mere fact of life. Observe. Though the others seem cheerful, you'll catch a strained look on their faces from time to time. Such cheer is intentionally projected so as to cope with the tragedy we fail to prevent. They're doing it on purpose? Oh, that's why Downtown wants to eat. You want to cheer us up? I'm sorry for suspecting you. I'm not sorry for suspecting a workaholic, though, who I do not see. Looking again at the group, I can see hints of tension during the lulls in conversation. I see. So it's not that everyone just instantly moved on from Senior Detective's murder. Kazusoda, welcome in! Rather than seeing themselves, shrouding their weakness as they continue to entangle this mystery. Anyone who considers death and violence a daily reality has no business calling themselves a detective. Those who are brave, who abhor tragedies and work tirelessly to reverse the damage they cause, those are true detectives. So too must you steel yourself, Watto. Be a true detective, one who will never give in no matter what may befall you. Well, yeah. You're on a trip right now? Oh, that's awesome! I hope you're having fun. You go to a hotel because there's Wi-Fi? You gotta wait until you get to the hotel for the Wi-Fi. Understandably. My hand is still frozen in place, gripping my spoon. But no matter how long it takes, I'll finish this meal in front of me. So you've kind of solved the murder, or just... We gotta pinpoint who the killer is, and I think I have an idea. Not only that, I'll become a real detective, just like Holmes said. Or maybe not. Or maybe Workaholic was actually working because he's a workaholic and now he's helping out. Everyone, come quick. Workaholic's voice echoes through the room. I turn to see his flustered face at the doorway. There's a bright light by the heliport next to the research facility. The culprit could be attempting to escape by air. What? No. No, now I'm back to suspecting you again. Wait, yeah, okay, so no gloves on his hands. Wait, what? The group rushes outside the manor. Take a look over yonder. Just what can be making that glow? I'm sensing serious danger. Whatever it is, I don't think we should get close to it. Renegade points off in the distance where something is definitely shining. The paved area over there is a heliport, which means that light could belong to a helicopter. Though I didn't see anything there when I checked it before. Yeah, it turns out he was tied to the chandelier and wire and stuff. I'm seeing something that's big and oval and standing on the heliport. It's painted black, so I can't make it out too good. But my gut says it's real bad news. Probably a trap set by the op. But we need to make certain, if it truly is a helicopter, our inaction will allow the perpetrator to flee. Now wait one moment. We passed by the heliport earlier and there wasn't a single thing to be found. How could there suddenly be an entire aircraft? It's impossible.
I heard there's a hangar located beneath the heliport. They could have lured us to the manor in order to slip away.
Which means we need to get moving at once. Without delay, Ideal begins doling out orders to each detective. Workaholic, Posh, Downtown, Techie, Mystic, and Bookworm. All of you will stay here. Once we make our move, the enemy may target the manor. Be on your guard.
Yeah, very well. We'll handle things here. Be careful, Chief. The base will not be breached on our watch. This I vow.
Very good. I'm counting on you all, my fellow detectives. Armor, Rowdy, Gourmet, Renegade. What about me? I want you to accompany me to the heliport. Dolfil, get to high ground and keep watch. If anything seems amiss, contact me via D-pad immediately.
So if it's one of the people who are here, if this isn't a red herring, so there's not like the Courting Duke over there. I thought it was Workaholic because Workaholic was A, not with us in the dining hall. B was one of the people already in the manor when we before. It has to be one of the people who were here, not one of the people who showed up after. So like the initial set of people that we met, because they said that the culprit, the Duke, he was in a rush because we arrived early and had to throw his gloves in and couldn't leave. So I think Workaholic. But I could be completely wrong. We'll find out right now.
Oh, I'd like to come too.
Dolphin interrupts Holmes, his voice wavering.
Oh? With all that trembling and shaking, just look at the state you're in. You're sensing something quite horrific, aren't you? Are you certain you'll be all right? Just keeping watch at Rowdy would be doing plenty. Well, I'm definitely afraid, but my ability only works if I myself am in danger. That's why I want to stay close and not keep my distance. That's the whole reason I'm here. Yeah, well said, little man. Don't sweat it. I got your back, see? I may not look it, but I'm 17, you know. Oh, wait, what? You're older than me? My bad. Didn't mean to patronize. Just like me to make it even. As for you, incompetent, what will you do? What we discover may be even more disturbing than what we've encountered before. Will you remain, or will you come with us?
Do I actually have a choice? No, I don't. Okay. I was like, I think I'm gonna go, because, content.
I'll come with you, Holmes. I'm a member of the DA myself, after all. Right. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, onward towards the light. Let us see precisely what trap the enemy had laid for us. I feel an odd sense of calm on the mountain path despite the underlying tension. It's likely because I'm surrounded by so many talented detectives. As long as we're together, there's nothing we can't handle, I'm certain of it. Oh yeah, and Kazusada, this dude over here with the black hair, he's a serial killer, and we're just chilling with him apparently, even though he tried murdering us. And most importantly, Holmes is by my side. She's without a doubt the finest detective around. Her abilities are, well, ideal as the chief of this skilled bunch. We've only spent a few hours together up until now, and yet getting to experience the talents of the DA's members have been enough to eclipse even the Duke's overwhelming tyranny. Honestly speaking, no matter how fearsome this Duke is, I can't imagine these detectives could ever be defeated. Even with the uncertainty of whatever trap our investigation may uncover, I rest assured that everything will be fine.
Yeah, his name's Renegade, and he's also a detective. Mostly.
Well, Rowdy, we descended quite a ways. Are you able to identify the source of that light yet? Oh, no, sorry. I can't make out the outline, so no clue who it actually is. It don't seem like no helicopter I've ever seen, though. More like a giant metal drum with a huge shiny eye on it.
See, and a workaholic has taken us away saying, oh, it was a helicopter. We're like, what helicopter?
A giant drum. It's getting increasingly difficult to determine what that object may be, helicopter or not. We should have been able to identify it by now. Naturally, our pace begins to quicken. Ah, careful, Ideal. Whatever it is, it smells terrible. The scheme is making me tingle. The perf's got a real knack for this.
Oh, stay back, Sir Doleful. No matter what befalls us, I shall protect you all.
Oh, well, okay. As we talk, the light draws closer. Until...
No! This target!
Oh, that sound. Shit, it started moving. Moving? As Rowdy shouts, the light, which had been glowing in front of us, begins to approach. At that moment, Doleful's face goes white and he lets out a cry beside me. Well, everyone, we need to run. My senses are telling me that certain death is coming. Back to the matter, ladies and gentlemen. Make haste. At Holmes' command, we turn our backs to the light and begin to run. In the distance, I hear an ominous mechanical sound. The noise grows louder and louder until it's bearing down upon us.
Right? I'm like, excuse me, Target, please sponsor me first if you're going to sponsor this entire string here.
When I look back, a horrific figure is practically on top of the group.
Rah, everyone! I shall rendezvous with you at the manor. You know how Walmart used to have the smiley face as its old logo? Imagine you used to see that creeping up in the forest behind us also.
Oh, Armor! Wait, no, Armor, please be safe. I hear Armor heading towards the sound. But then... What it... no! Armor?
No, back! 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 Armor screams echo from behind. What could have happened?
We need to help him, but... Is there anything really we can do? I can do?
Well, no one's going back there.
Even if I won't make a difference, it's still better than not even trying.
Oh my god, no. I know I'm accusing literally everyone, but everyone's been doing weird things. I'm a detective here. I have to accuse everyone. Did Armor stay back and fake this so he can leave via helicopter?
With my mind made up, I do an about face. Armor also wasn't investigating with us, right?
I forgot where Armor went off to, but Armor went off somewhere.
The first thing I noticed is Holmes, who must have just turned around herself. Then, right in my line of sight, I spot it. A colossal, ominous black shadow. Just as Rowdy had said, it resembles a giant metal drum.
Yeah, Workaholic's the one who told us to go here.
So any Workaholic want us to die? Its figure, several meters tall, looms above us. It looks down, then rushes forward while emitting a shrill mechanical noise. Oh wait, that's... The trauma I suffered years ago resurfaces in my mind. This was the very same thing that attacked us back then. But why is it DA headquarters? So that's how it is. The comment slips from Holmes' mouth as if the presence of this thing confirmed her suspicions. She braces herself and lifts her fist before issuing her command. Don't turn back. I'll buy us some time, so you go on ahead. Oh, wait, what? Huh? I said go. You're no match for it, even as a group. Oh damn, Moran. If anyone should be on the rear guard, it's me.
Everything is suspicious. Everyone is doing so suspicious. I don't know what to do. Which is what the courting took is supposed to do. He's making me suspicious of everyone. He's doing such a good job of it. Or her. I don't know who.
Ideal is far stronger than you, Rowdy. I know it's difficult, but we should trust her on this one. Oh, it's all my fault. All because of me. Someone else is going to. Save those tears for later. We need to figure out some way to deal with this. Despite our conflicted feelings, the group begins to run. But what should I do? Can I really just leave Holmes behind? Oh, don't tell me I failed to protect you a second time. Don't make me repeat to myself. Holmes glances my way. Her profile beams with a deep, genuine happiness. You saved me once already. Now it's my turn to do the same for you. Okay. I steel myself and turn back to Holmes. Then I take off in a sprint, with every ounce of my strength in my body, as if I'm running from the very reality unfolding behind me. I hear a grating cling sound as if something metallic were being struck. The overbearing noise that had been pursuing us now recedes into the distance. It must be Holmes's doing. She's the chief of the DA for a reason. Surely she could hold on her own against that monstrous thing. Maybe. Just maybe my concern is misplaced. It'll be fine. If anyone can handle this and make it back safely, it's Holmes. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Totally fine. Thank you, Watto. As if sensing Holmes' gratitude, I found myself turning around to face her. Remember I said earlier, and I was just like, man, because she's holding my hand and she's gonna go away for some reason, and I'm like, I was hoping it was because she's gonna be evil, not death. Behind me, I see a fountain of bright crimson spray into the moonlight. Also, that is a big robot. What the heck? I don't want her to die. She's smart. It's like, yeah, I know it's not fine. That was able to help me not be like, she's dead, but she's dead. That kind of sucks. They're like, hey, childhood friend who I thought was dead. You're not really dead. And I was like, oh no, you dead. It catches the light briefly before showering down on the ground below. A beautiful white figure is suspended amid the scarlet. Her presence, which felt so imposing only a moment ago, seems insignificant now. Her limbs, once graceful, now hang like a marionette with the strings cut. I know, a mentor character giving death flags? No way! Her sight seems so unreal. I doubt my own eyes, however. The sounds of rending flesh and spraying blood sent me back to reality. The blades of that pitch-black monster pierced through her slender body, arcing upwards toward the sky, her strings were red. Oh, but you know what I never have to say ever again? What color were her eyes, what, though? No idea, because they're dead now. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's a little mean for this. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mocking your death. I don't mean mocking your death. Your third wife. The merciless act is repeated once, twice, 3 times in a vivid, unadulterated display of violence. Sayaka's body, which had barely remained standing, begins to sink limply towards the ground. Saya? I try to yell, but no words come out. My throat quakes, unable to muster the sounds. As her body slumps to the earth, my voice finally rings out. Sayaka! Oh, cutscene. Oh my god, did I say Sayaka? Sayaka! Sayaka. Oh my god, no. I can't say her name anymore. Hey, I'm 99 now, right? I can't be 100. Wait, hold on, let's see. I really like this. This is a nice opening.
Also, I'm gonna yoink so many thumbnails from this opening scene. This is great. Sayaka. Not Sayaka. I said her name right for 1 second, and then my brain just like, nah, Sayaka. Sayaka. As I attempt to run towards her. Incompetent, you had to stay back. A hand reaches out and stops me from behind. I turn to meet Doful's stern expression. He immediately starts to run, forcibly pulling me along. Okay, what would make me really upset is if Doful doesn't really have ability of danger and knows that there's danger because Doful set things up. And that would be the reasons for the cuts on his hands. Because I really like Doful. So Doful, don't you dare be suspicious, okay? We're just gonna go be fine. You can't waste the precious time our chief brought us. You have to make it out of this alive. Doful? Tears still linger in Doful's eyes. He must be grieving too, but despite that, he's quashed down his feelings to soldier onward. Oh, I'm sorry, let's keep moving. I release his hand and run on my own. He's right. Our morning can wait. Right now, we have to survive. Renegade! I sense a threat. It's coming from the cliff you're touching right now. Copy that. Impeccable timing, Dolly. As Doful calls out, Renegade kicks the rocky face off the cliff beside him. Not one moment later, I hear a loud rumbling from above us. All I ever do is attract danger. Stick around and see for yourself. Rocks rain down, pummeling the black machine with an impact no human could survive. Once again, I'm shown how terrifying Doful's power can be. However... Okay, someone watch Doctor Who, because I want this thing to yell, like, exterminate at me. The automaton? The automaton immediately bursts free from the rebel, letting out some kind of metallic war cry as it resumes motion. I'm sorry, wrong voice. That didn't work? Not even a scratch. It's tougher than your average tank. Just the thought makes me tingle all over. Target-kun is very Dalek coded. I'll save your tingling for later. We managed to stall it for a bit, so let's get going. Armor, you're fine. Okay, good. You didn't escape, which means you're not a bad guy. Good. Charge! A bellowing voice erupts from behind. I fail to notice that Armor has caught up to us, and I see him clinging tightly to the black machine. They grapple like wrestlers. Armor must have seen Holmes's body, yet he's still charging without hesitation. What incredible resolve! But his strength is outclassed, if only just, and his massive frame is slowly being pushed back. My good compatriots, it matters not what becomes of me. You must press on, post-haste! What? No, you're coming with us, Armor? You're my favorite! Nay, were I to let loose this metal beast, it would surely annihilate you all. Although I may have failed to protect Ideal Detective, I can still save the rest of... Armor, please. Armor Detective is prepared to give his life. It's no different from when Holmes gave hers. All I can do is watch helplessly. We have to escape. We need to escape. Hey, Armor. Jump on the count of 3. Jump? Gourmet is suddenly standing next to me, and in front of her. Gah! Get a taste of the Japanese fine spirit! Rowdy wields a massive log that I can only assume she picked up somewhere. Oh, you're so dashing, Rowdy. Remind me to give you a little peck later. Hands to yourself! Rowdy hurls a log towards the black machine. 1, 2, 3. 3! The log rolls beneath armor as he leaps and smashes directly into the machine. The log seems to have lodged itself between its legs, compromising its balance completely. It feels like we finally made a dent in its armor, so to speak. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having plasma knuckles back in the basement. They must be incredibly powerful, right?
Verily, my good sir.
Wait. Why does eye holes switch spaces? They were on the other side last time.
The time has come to unleash the energy stored within this right hand of mine.
I hear a loud crackling as armor swings his right arm at the tottering black mass. Bro, did you stick your hand in that? Really?
Taste steel, fiend. Thine end is nigh. Plasma knuckles!
Oh, but it worked. It worked good. With a thunderous crack, my vision is overwhelmed by a blinding flash of light. When my eyes adjust, I see the machine has been pushed back considerably. That must have been Armor's doing. His fearsome blow is aided by electric current, a rather powerful one evidently. But the metal thing doesn't look one bit addled. In fact, it seems ready to charge towards us at any moment. Oh yeah, in case you guys didn't know, I did purchase the game so I could keep playing it. What is this? Invincible armor. And also a chance to run. But yeah, that would be a very long demo. I'm used to demos being like, 30 minutes to an hour tops.
My apologies. But in utilizing my plasma knuckles, my whole body has been rendered numb.
What? Armor moves so stiffly that I have no choice but to lean on my shoulder and run with all my might. We can't throw away from this opening our combined efforts have made for us. If it weren't for Holmes, we would have died before we got this far in the first place. Oh wow, we're flashbacking to it already. The scene plays in my head. In the end, I couldn't bring myself to call her name, even when deep down I truly felt it was her. But now there's no way to confirm if Holmes really was the girl I once knew. Damn it! As we run, I vent my anger to no one in particular, but ultimately, I'm angry at myself. Armored Detective fought for our sake, yet all I can do is lend him my shoulder. After running for quite some time, we arrive at the manor where the others are waiting. Oh, my word! What is the meaning of this? And where's the chief? I don't see her. The remaining detectives panic as they see the black mass approaching behind us. There's no time to elaborate. I'll explain later. Quick, open the door. And why should I do the bidding of a commoner? Do you have any idea how prestigious my aristocratic family I like big black cloakers about and make a mincemeat out of us. Now open the goddamn door and get inside, will ya? Oh, right already. Cowed by Rowdy's ferocity, the group wordlessly rushes into the manor as soon as the lock clicks. A loud banging echoes through the hall as the mass repeatedly slams itself against the door. It continues as if goading us to come out, but the door doesn't seem to budge an inch. Good, I'm glad you also suspect Workaholic Man. So your main gripe with this game is that it tends to re-explain a lot of stuff? We just saw that, or otherwise unnecessary? Rick does the less with the fast forwarding. Yeah, I feel like games think... Like, I know, like, again, I take these games, like, 1 week at a time. So, like, my memory is refreshing, but I'm like, I still remember what happened, like, 5 seconds ago. Like, it's okay. I'm slow, but I ain't, like, ain't that slow. I shudder to think what would have happened if we hadn't made it back in time. The door, it's... No need to fret. This manor doubles as an emergency shelter for the Alliance. It may look like wood, but it's reinforced by steel. Plus, these windows are bulletproof. Not even tank shells could break through. Yeah, but the floor got broken by a chandelier. Oh no, it didn't break. It was just through the holes in the wire. Okay, never mind. The banging persists for several minutes until finally it goes quiet.
But although our enemy seems to have relented, I can't relax one bit. I'm worried that monstrosity will come bursting through the door at any moment. The rest of the detectives are on the same boat. No one can mask their fear for that horrific thing came chasing after us. There's only one person in a good mood. Oh me, oh my. What a predicament we're in. What is there to make a light of? Where has Holmes run off to? And what on earth was that horrid thing? I demand an explanation. Well now, do you really need one? Our chief, ideal detective, was killed. Cut down by that black whatever it was. I beg your pardon? Renegade's word chilled the entire room. Those of us who were with Holmes hang our heads while the others look at Renegade with incredulous faces. Oh, pish-posh! Ideal isn't simply intelligent. Her prowess in battle is unmatched. Surely this must be some clever ruse of hers. Yes, that must be it. She made us believe her to be dead, all so she can come jumping out when it suits her fancy. Oh, that woman vexes me so. Nay, Lady Posh, I'm afraid Lady Ideal was undoubtedly slain. When the metal beast attacked, I leapt forward to impede it, but its blade struck my helm, upon which I fell momentarily unconscious. Those same blades attacked Holmes too. Those same blades attacked Holmes too. I'm glad your armor saved you. Oh, little isolets look all sad now. Gatorade is so off. I feel like it being him would be. Yeah, like I said, he's too obvious a choice that I don't think it can be him. Indeed, tis fortunate that I yet breathe. However, my brief moment of weakness proved to be fatal. Wait, what? Oh no, not to him, to Ideal. When I came to, I witnessed Lady Ideal being torn asunder. I rushed her aside in a trice, but it was too late. She had breathed her last. Woe, the bitter sting of regret. Had I only espied those hidden blades sooner, or woken faster, I could have shielded her. If only I had been stronger, if only! Curses! Curses! Don't put a hole in the wall, we need to protect us. The entrance hall reverberates with the sound of armor's gauntlets pounding against the floor. No one doubts his testimony, how could we? He's far too stricken by grief for it to be a performance. Alright, let's clear some things up. We walked straight into the enemy's trap and our chief was killed. Now the metallic monster is out there and we have no way of leaving. At this point, our only option is to lay low for a while and stay put in this manner. The very same place where Senior Detective's murderer, the quartering Duke, still hides. This manor where the Duke's hiding. Everyone falls silent at Renegade's words. According to Holmes' theory, the Duke is still somewhere within the Gormenghast. What's worst, he could actually be hiding within our ranks. Wit! Hey, welcome in. You just missed me solving a dismemberment and then our mentor getting sliced to bits by a Target-sponsored robot. Nobody says a word, but it's obvious that all of us have begun eyeing each other with distrust. If this was his plan all along, then the Duke is even more formidable than I thought. Here in this room is a close circle of detectives, with each one suspecting the rest. We've been lured into an extraordinary dilemma, one that I've yet to see in the pages of any mystery novel. Renegade Detective's words leave the hall deathly quiet. It's obvious what we must do. Posh is the first to break the silence. We must expose the Duke lurking within these walls, as Ideal Detective suggested. I'd wager he was responsible for her demise as well. Oh, la, Posh, aren't you phased at all? And what makes you assume I am not? I apologize for my volume. Even an aristocrat such as myself would be shocked by Ideal Detective's passing. But that only serves to emphasize my point. We need to find the culprit at once, and this group needs a chief to carry on her vision. I did handle it flawlessly because the game held my hand the entire way through, and then killed said handholder a horrific, horrible death. So now I have no hand-holding left. But that only serves to emphasize my point. We need to find the culprit at once, and this group needs a chief to carry on her vision. That being said, there's none better suited than yours truly, Posh Detective. I swear to uncover the cad behind Ideals Detective's untimely end. I shall be commencing my investigation at once, so if you'll excuse me. But Posh, working alone is too dangerous. Hold on, I'll come with you. Why? Why, to murder? To murder Workaholic? Workaholic scurries after Posh as she strides towards the holoc herself. Like, Workaholic keeps leaving the room every time I'm in there. It's like, I'm obviously being like, hey, bro, what are you doing? I consider going after her, but stop myself. Things should be fine as long as Workaholic is with her. And oh my god, please don't end up dead. Please don't end up dead. Please don't end up dead. Don't end up dead. Well, now's a good chance as any to take a peek to my room. Oh, your room? Are they assigned to us? Naturally, this manor was designed to host guests from the outside world such as us. Though it was unusual for there to be so many at once, so some of us will have to share. Incompetent, you may take room 101, the one Ideal had used. You'll find the keys. Oh wow, to use a dead person's room? Thanks. Oh, so I'll be staying in Holmes's room? I'm not sure what to think. I fail to do much of anything. Does someone like me really deserve a private room? During times of emotional distress, it is more vital than ever to eat and sleep well. Mystic speaks to me as if reading my mind. Well, I don't think so, because according to kills in twos, so he would need someone else to join them, so he can kill them too. Unless he ends up dead also, then I'm like, I'm sorry, Workaholic. Mystic speaks to me as if reading my mind. I know how it feels to lack the power to save those who are right in front of you. Helpless, you blame yourself. But what is done is done. At times like this, you must focus on repose. Only a rested mind can render proper judgment. Well, thank you, Mystic. Bookie, let us retire to bed ourselves. You must be tired of being up and about since early this morning. That's his daughter, by the way, so no one thinks anything weird of this. That's his daughter. I'm fine, said the girl, in a dignified manner. I like her little, like, keychain thing. The little sock puppet looking dude. Dignified, was it? Your eyes are drooping shut. Now then, everyone let us reconvene tomorrow for breakfast. I shall be preparing authentic British fare for you all to enjoy. Okay, he's a British accent, but I ain't doing that. But that was because he said that we were supposed to have died. But we had a little danger tingle and we moved out the way so we didn't get killed. So that's what the 2 should have been. Oh, but you're saying that he may kill Posh to make, like, by the way, this is 2. Got it. You got a Shuichi plush recently? Nice! Heavy says peace. Mystic takes Bookworm's hand and leads her up the staircase. Out of curiosity, Techie, even if we use those friends of yours, out of curiosity, Techie, even if we use those friends of yours, we still couldn't get in touch with the outside world, correct? That's right. It's just like the research facility. I tested each of them, but none were able to establish a connection. My theory is that Morg's communications antenna may have been damaged. There are 2 issues we need to address before we can make external contact. First, locate the island's antenna, and secondly, fix it. Well, doing either would be pretty difficult while we're locked inside this manor. Ma'am, are they not cold? Didn't we say it was cold? That must be why the slippery little Duke trapped us here. His plan is as nasty as a food stall that refuses to serve you. Gourmet? I addressed her without thinking or looking in any direction at her. Surprised by the intensity so unlike her usual self. Gourmet immediately softens her expression in response. Sorry about that, incompetent. Seems my face is a bit stiff from a lack of sleep. I'm gonna soak in the tub and head to bed. Don't stay up too late, okay, everyone? We all need to work together if we hope to bring Holmes' killer to justice after all. I'm heading to my room too. Wait. Is there an elevator? How is Techie getting up there? I got something I want to prepare for tomorrow. I'll show you guys in the morning. With that, Techie and Gourmet exit towards the back of the entrance hall.
Downtown rowdy armor Doful and myself remain behind.
Oh, incompetent, I'm so sorry.
What do you mean, Doful? Doful walks towards me and suddenly bows his head. I have no idea why he's sorry. What could have happened?
What are you apologizing for? Did something happen? Well, because the chief was killed as a result of my ability, that's why. If she'd been alone, she would have escaped to safety. But I insisted on coming along, and now someone's dead again because of me.
Right, like, can we, like... And maybe he has, like, another little, like, robot friend to, like, carry his wheelchair upstairs, you know? Like a flyy machine thing. I don't know.
Doful?
The boy is cowering even more than usual. He didn't mention before that his ability drew danger to himself. Maybe it has something to do with why he's so shaken.
Well, keep your chin up, Doful. Huh? I don't know what happened in your past, but this wasn't your fault. In fact, you and Renegade bought us some time, remember? If you two hadn't showed up that thing with... If you two hadn't sold that thing with those rocks, I know for a fact that none of us would have survived.
That slight delay was what allowed Armor to catch up in time. And coordinate with Rowdy and Gourmet. While I was frozen in place, Doful and Renegade assessed the situation and immediately sprung into action. Two top-class detectives like them are more than deserving of admiration. If anyone's at fault, it's me. The one who stood there doing nothing. If I were stronger, I may have been able to protect Holmes.
Nay, utter falsehood, sir incompetent.
I love you, Armor. I love you so much.
Huh?
What? Armor suddenly develops Doful and me in a strong embrace. Aww.
'Twas my duty to protect the chief, yet I was felled most shamefully. The fault lies with me for failing to keep her safe.
Yep, our friend came back from the dead and re-died again. So, we're friendless. Well, actually, no. Armor's hugging us, so maybe we have a friend.
Was it not you, sir incompetent, who gave such confident direction?
I said sir confident. That ain't us.
Was it not you, sir incompetent, who gave such confident direction in our time of need?
Confident direction? Well, that's right. You mentioned having plasma knuckles back in the basement. Those would be incredibly powerful, right?
Verily.
Oh, yeah. We just had this.
While under duress, I have forgotten the features my armor possessed. Your reminder was a tremendous boon.
Well, no, that was just me panicking. If anything, I was counting on you saving us.
How wondrous it is that you were able to direct me so swiftly. You knew even better than myself what action I should take. I shall be forever in your debt. Fear not, as from here on, I vow to protect your life.
Okay, that's enough, guys. Can we put this kibosh on this pity party already? Ow, ow.
Clearly annoyed, Downtown gives us each a smack on the head.
Like, I know you're bummed about seeing her die and all, but like, real talk, what's the point in trying to take the blame? Sure, licking your wounds might make you feel better, but that's it. What we need is to think about where to go from here. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Downtown.
No, Armor's gonna live forever. Armor's totally fine.
Oh my god, are you apologizing again? You say sorry way too much. No more sorries around me, okay? Do it one more time and you're gonna get a tongue piercing. I'm so... No.
No, Doful, stop. You can't say it. I love this. You just stop Doful from ever saying sorry. This is so cute. Downtown giggles as she watches me bring Doful to a skidding stop.
Yo, I need to get some grub in the dining hall. We just ate. Anyone fixing to join? You never did finish eating, right?
Oh yeah, right. We didn't eat. That's right. Right.
Actually, yeah. Now that you mention it, this would be a nice chance to chow down and hash our next move. Who knows? Maybe we'll come with something good.
I do like downtown, yeah.
An excellent proposal, Lady Downtown. Without sugar, my brain lacks proper function.
What? Your brain functions? Like, for real?
How cruel, my lady. My brain is perpetually operating at full horsepower. It simply gets poor mileage.
I love these two so much. I'll join too then. I doubt I'll contribute much, but still. Incompetent?
As we follow Armor downtown to the dining room, I feel a doleful tug at my sleeve, stopping me midway.
Well, thank you for cheering me up a bit ago. It'll probably take me some time to work through it all, but I do feel a little better thanks to you. You really are quite kind, you know? Doleful?
Doleful's beautiful golden eyes look directly into mine.
I'm sorry, golden? Golden?
They look pretty gray on my screen. Are they not gray?
But also beautiful, huh? Do we like Doleful?
His gaze imparts a sense of heartfelt trust, one completely different from what he'd been conveying up until now. This feels like the first time since my arrival on the island that I've actually been acknowledged as a detective. I'm so happy I could cry, as gauche as that sounds.
Gauche? I think it's gauche. As gauche as it sounds. Wait, who's this? Question marks? I'm quite pleased for you, Watto. It seems your efforts are paying off.
Huh?
I hear a familiar voice right behind me and quickly spin around. But the owner of the voice is nowhere to be seen. Was it just my imagination? There's nowhere to hide around here, so it must have been in my head. It had to have been.
Well, incompetent? Why'd you turn around so suddenly? Thought we were having a moment.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. Don't worry about it.
Well, it makes me happy to know my words could help. I'm hoping to learn all sorts of things about being a detective from you going forward. And I'll be happy to teach you. And I'll be happy to teach you. As long as you're alright with that, I mean. But, could I ask just one thing in return?
Well, yeah, of course. Whatever you need. Odd jobs, chores, anything at all.
Nothing so serious. I just like it if you could be a little more casual around me.
Huh? Casual? What do you mean?
Let's keep talking in the dining room. I'm sure the others feel the same way.
I feel like I was having a free time event right there.
Right? Doleful Detective and I join the others in the dining room and begin preparing the food. We reheat the soup, lightly toast the baguettes in the oven, and divide the salad between us. We then gather... Oh god, I want food. We then gather around the dining table and, falling downtown's leap, dig in.
Seriously, incompetent? Ever since we met, I've been like, dude, why is this guy so closed off?
As we begin to eat, the topic on my stiff behavior is brought up by everyone. Downtown chimes in while painting her nails.
I mean, you're older than me, so it's kind of weird for you to be so professional, you know? It's not like I do that to you, right?
But everyone here has a longer career as a detective. As all I am is a newbie. You're getting Wendy's? Nice. You for salad? Like I said, I want egg. They're mentioning they're eating eggs, and I'm like, I want eggs now too.
Yeah, worry too much. You'll worry too much. I'm just a middle schooler, and I don't worry about all that junk. I still call senior pops and all that, see? Like you'd ever respect a hierarchy, a wild child like you wouldn't know jack about social stratification. Stratification? No clue what that means, but I like the sound of it. Rowdy Detective, at your service. Stick with me and I'll send you to stratification.
I'm really liking all these characters. Which is gonna suck if they start dying off.
Well, it just sounds like you're a mobster trying to put me 6 feet under.
The words you choose matter not. What is of true import is that you respect your fellow man. I, for one, feel that Sir Incompetent does indeed respect me, nay, all of us. One needeth get in a lather over their manner of speech.
I think that feeling matters most as well. We're close in age, so let's keep it casual. It'll be easier that way, right, Incompetent? Well, I guess, but still. Downtown, who is sitting next to me, throws her arm around my shoulders as I mumble. Alright, that's on. Next time you'll act all stuffy with us, Rowdy gets to punch you. Does everything need to have a punishment attached? Is it really that big a deal? Chill out, dude. We'll let Dofo be a part of this too.
Incompetent and Dolph are both 17? I think so. You need the stream today after it's nice relaxing after the end of the day? Oh, good. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm happy this one too because I missed like a whole week. I missed a whole week of like no videos and no stream, and I was like, man, I really like miss interacting. And I had to delete a few mean messages because some mean people found my videos or leaving me mean things, and I'm like, oh no, that's the power of owning this channel. I can just delete them. I'm like, no, thank you.
Huh? Me? But why?
So you guys are cool and nice, so I like y'all.
Cause you do the same thing, duh. You're always all monkey see, monkey do. What's that supposed to mean? Relax, I don't have any trouble smacking you.
Yeah, I call myself dumb. I say like, oh man, I have like one brain cell, and and I don't mind if you guys say that too. Totally fine, that's joking way. But someone just says like, oh wow, you're too stupid for these games. I'm like, okay, that's too far. Joking, calling me silly, totally fine. I know I miss things all the time in these games because I'm talking to chat. I'm trying to think and theorize a lot. But I'm like, someone like going on to all my videos and just calling me stupid for missing things, and I'm like, sorry. Like these games, like sometimes they don't play out how you think they're gonna play out. Like, what are you gonna do?
Don't actually hit me.
Oh, I think I pulled their ages, right? So what? Incompetent, 17. Ideal, dead. Renegade. I guess we don't know. Do they? Oh, they don't tell everyone's age? Oh, never mind. I guess they don't tell people's ages, just ours. Okay, never mind. Dolfo cries out with remorse, his voice echoing through the halls of the manor.
Sir Incompetent, you've touched nary a scrap of your supper. Are you unwell?
Armor, who is also seated beside me, shoots me a worried glance. It seems he noticed that I haven't taken so much a bite yet.
I'm fine, thanks. I know I need to eat, but my body just won't cooperate.
One can scarcely blame you for that, after what we've borne witness to.
Armor places a hand on his helmet. There's a faint scratch where his temple would be.
Oh, did the black machine give you that scratch?
You're quicker on the uptake than any of the reactors you watch? Thank you! I really do appreciate that. Like, especially with the Danganronpa games. Like, I know... And I guess Raincoat to a point. They're off the balls bonkers. Like sometimes, like, something may seem obvious because the game wants you to think from a certain way, and if you're not thinking towards a certain way, you're like, oh man, you're gonna miss it completely. But I was actually very proud of myself for guessing the play chapter at Raincoat. I'm very proud of me for that. Also, yeah, his eyes do switch sides. I don't know what the magic is behind that.
Indeed it did.
But yeah, I appreciate, saying that, I do catch on to things and theorize things. Even though I do kind of do the spaghetti throwing on wall thing. I'm just throwing a whole bunch of theories on everything. Alright, anyway, back to this. Chapter 2, thank you. There's so many chapters because it's a prologue and the tutorial and chapter 1. Like, it's... I get the numbers mixed up.
Indeed it did. I tried myself invincible so long as I wore this armature, only to be struck by a bitter blow, keeling over. I relied too heavily upon the suit my father crafted. I sought to become the perfect armor, immovable, indestructible, a foolhardy blunder.
Armor clenches his fist as he speaks. His steel-wrapped fingers creak, like an anguished moan, stifling its despair. When next we meet, I vow that I shall pulverize that blasted contraption. I swear it upon my life, my honor, and my polished suit of silver.
When you played, you literally had 1% brain power, and you're definitely better.
Thank you. You seem composed.
You seem composed, but I guess you were shaken up by what happened too, huh? That makes you feel a bit better in a way. It's good to know that there's someone else who hasn't recovered from Holmes's death. I got this most of this game right, but a couple of things threw me off, including someone's motivations. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Huh.
'Tis not us alone.
Armor gestures with his chin towards the others seated at the table.
They may not reveal it upon their faces, but they, too, feel some degree of shock. They simply force it down for Moro's sake. Your absent appetite is no cause for reproach, Sir Incompetent. You, a stranger to death, have lost someone dear. 'Tis only natural.
Well, yeah, you're right. Such cheer is intentionally projected so as to cope with the tragedy we failed to prevent. This is what I said a little bit ago.
Alright, I'm not good. Okay.
Flashback to something we saw already earlier today. I recall Holmes's words from no more than a few hours ago. She had such high hopes for me, but we were parted for good before I ever had the chance to live up to them.
Ever since you've gone to Danganronpa, the word despair has never been the same. I know, right? I was like, despair, hope, and Among Us. Like, every time I see those words, I was like, funny.
So now there's only one thing I can do. Well, this is no time for me to complain about how hard it is to eat. I lift my spoon, which had been sitting idly this entire time, and slurp up a mouthful of soup. It should taste good. I can smell its aroma, yet the flavor is cold and lifeless, as if my body is rejecting it. I tense, forcing myself to swallow.
Well, Sir Incompetent, is something amiss? You need to strain yourself.
Well, I'm fine. I gotta eat if I want to get strong like you, Armor. I take another sip of the flavorless liquid and shove some bread in my mouth. It's bland and dry, like eating a sponge, but I manage to keep it down. As a survivor, the only thing I can do is follow the lessons of our chief left behind. Holmes, I hope you're watching. Tears stream down my face, whether it's from— oh my god, we're literally crying into a soup and drinking our own tears. Tears stream down my face. Whether it's from the stress, the food, or something else, I can't say. I just let them flow as I continue to eat. I swear I'll take down whoever did this, just you wait and see. Thank you for the meal.
Oh my gosh, Doful looks like, we just...
Doful, no, don't be so scared. After chewing with every fiber of my being, I finally finished my food. But for some reason, when I look around, everyone's eyes are wide like saucers. Well, what's wrong, guys? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Dude, you were just horking that stuff down in dead silence while crying up a river. Like, hello? Yeah, you sure you're alright, bro? If you got something on your mind, just come out and spill the beans.
Verily, we are always at the ready to lend you our strength, Sir Incompetent.
Yeah, sorry to make you all worry. Ugh, this isn't good. I got so lost in my head that I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. Getting too worked up about things has always been a bad habit of mine. I let out a deep sigh and began speaking quietly enough so that no one else can hear. According to Holmes, work is the best remedy for sadness, so I'm going to put all my effort into solving this quartering due case. Our meal continues quietly, and when I next look at the time, it's already past midnight.
I'm like, no, it ain't for me, no.
As we tidy up, the formerly tense atmosphere seems to have relaxed quite a bit. Hey Ratty, Incompetent. What made you become detectives in the first place? The hell is this coming from? Don't go daydreaming so much that you drop a plate. Rowdy scowls while drying the dinnerware, with a surprisingly delicate touch. Downtown store says she washes it. Oh my gosh, they're paying so much attention in this game. Like, they're washing the dishes. It's okay, guys. Let me cry in the dishes. That'll clean them real fast. It's all good. I'm Downtown Detective, remember? Communication's like my whole shtick. I'm not gonna drop any plates. Unlike Tin for Brains over there.
My deepest and sincerest apologies, as I could not assist with the cookery. I only wish to help where I was able.
Pipe down, Air Helmet. Just be a good knight and wipe down the table, okay?
Understood. Sir Incompetent, I beg your forgiveness for burdening you with the shattered shards of my blunders.
Well, it's fine. Cleaning's my special skill after all. In fact, it was my main responsibility back at the agency. Without me around, the office gets buried under the desks and beer cans in no time. I sweep up the broken plate with a broom and dustpan, silently praying that Mr. Gunjoji's taking care of all the housework while I'm out. So, like I was saying, what made you want to become, like, detectives? These dishes are going to take some time. I just want to know.
Oh, that's fine.
Man, it's something too special. First person I ever met who was stronger than me was a detective. So, I figured I'd become one too, that's all. Even stronger than you, Rowdy? What kind of guy was he? It was a lady, dumbass. A lady. And she hit harder than any thug or gangster. I could say it was love at first punch. Ever since, I've been trained to beat her and become the strongest detective in the whole wide world. The whole wide world, even? Isn't that like a little sketch, though? You'd better not turn to one of those detectives who does underground fighting. How about you, Incompetent? You seem pretty big into detectives, like, way more than most. What's the story there? Well... a long time ago, I witnessed my friend's murder. Ever since, I want to become a detective who could protect others. Oh, geez. Sorry for making you dress that back up again. Oh no, it's my fault for making things so heavy. I haven't exactly reached that goal yet, so I'm mostly saying this as a way to push myself. That way I can work towards getting stronger. I don't know. The fact that you can think of it that way already tells me that you're plenty strong already. Huh? Come again? Nah, ignore me. It's nothing important. Hey, what's the big deal? Making us do all the talking. How about you tell us why you're a detective downtown? Oh, well, I'm all done doing the dishes. Tune in next time for this thrilling conclusion. What the? You get back here. Well, alright, see you guys in the dining room at 7 p.m. at 7 a.m. Not p.m. a.m.
I eagerly await Sir Mystic's English breakfast.
Like, what even is English food? All I know is fish and chips and, or whatever.
You don't care about the strong leadership like characters? Like, you're right there with Shinji and Nekomaru too? So normally I like all the big buff characters, but, and this is my, like, you know, controversial opinion, I don't like Gonta. I didn't really care for him that much. Which I know is like, everyone likes that character. Yeah, it's like they're getting beans on toast. I don't know how much longer it is. Probably gonna wrap up when we go to bed, when we sleep, I assume.
Their jellied eels are a delicacy, right? Though I'm not sure a girl like you would find it very appetizing. Huh?
Fugel? Oh, Fugel, because we can't say Google.
Huh? I'll Google it once I'm off this island.
Yeah, they could have done a lot more with Kakeru.
Yawn, I'm bushed. Think I'll head upstairs and shower before turning in. Catch you in the AM. Wait up, Rowdy. I'll come with. We can take a bath together. I just checked it out, and the tub is stupid huge. Meh. Waiting for the bath to free up some drag, so sure. I'm fine with you hopping in. He's your second favorite V3 character. I know, I'm sorry. I liked all the controversial characters in that game better.
B-dubs.
Oh, BT dubs.
Oh, BT dubs, you're sharing a room with Gourmet, right? Do you, like, already know each other or something? Oh, yeah, she's been looking out for me for a while now.
Running downtown, head upstairs as they continue chattering together. I've left something in the dining hall. I shall go fetch it. Prithee retire to your chambers in the meantime.
I'm sure you of all people will be fine on your own. But be careful just in case, okay?
If anything happens, message me.
If anything happens, message me on my D-pad.
Foster Momsy? Aww. Random question? Yeah. Random question away. Aha. You have our roles reversed. Call upon me in your hour of need, and I shall rush to your aid without hesitation. Who's my least favorite character from each game? I feel like I should probably like pull up one of those like tier maker things and just do like a tier maker thing of of all the Danganronpa characters for y'all. Let me get to the end of this and I'll think about that. Because I gotta think who my least favorite characters are. Rest you merry. We shall meet again in the dining hall when next the sun rises. But I can tell you V3 it's Kaito. I did not like Kaito whatsoever and I wanted him away from me so bad. And I feel real bad about that because I know a lot of people love Kaito's character. Right. Good night, Armor.
Right, good night, Armor. Well, my room's on the second floor, so I'll just be heading up now. Hey, Doleful. Well, thanks for everything today. Well, no, thank you. Incompetent, your eyes look red. Are you alright? Huh? I wonder why. It must be all the crying I did. I try to look at my face in the reflection of my D-pad, but I can't make anything out. My eyes must be bloodshot or something. You're probably just tired. Go get some rest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will. Night, Doleful. Good night. See you tomorrow.
I leave Doleful and head to the first floor room where Holmes was intended to stay. I exit the room and head down to the hall until I reach 3 doors, one of which leads to my accommodations. You know nothing about Danganronpa? Now that I'm alone, I finally feel sleepy. My anxiety must be calming down. I'm pretty confident that I'll knock out the second my head hits the pillow. I feel a little guilty using the room meant for Holmes, but I'm grateful the same. Fine to stay awake, I open the door. My goodness me, Iwato. You certainly did take your time. Huh? There's no way I should be hearing that voice right now. With it... What? Hold on. I thought it was senior detective was haunting us, but it's Holmes? Within the guest room is a large bed. Upon it sits Holmes, smiling gleefully. By the way, I have ghost powers. My goodness me, Iwato. You certainly did take your time. I'm relieved to see you've opened up to other detectives. You're just as adaptable as you were in your childhood. Holmes! No, it couldn't be. No! I thought I was finally done saying your name and the name of your color of your eyes. Nothing, I can't pronounce anything about you. No, it couldn't be. She died right in front of me, I'm sure of it. Drenched in blood, her limbs gashed. It was a horrid, hopeless death. What's wrong? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Although, to be fair, I am dead. So I suppose that's technically true. Gasp. Oh, okay. From the bed, Holmes gently floats into the air. What's more, her body is slightly translucent, to a point where I can see the wall behind her. What is this? What's going on? My drowsiness is gone in an instant, yet I feel like I'm already dreaming. Why don't you just throw up all the food we just ate right now? No, wait, that's it. This is a dream. It has to be, yeah. I'll pinch my cheek and... Ah, damn it. I don't have the strength to make it hurt. Alright, once more with all my might. Ow, ow, ow. Ouch. Wait, this isn't a dream? But how? Now.
Why the sudden act of self-harm? Has my absence caused you that much distress? I'm giving you a pat for comfort, but I feared I'd just pass right through. How's this, Watto? Can you feel my hand sticking into your head? So are you still going to hold my hand during all the investigations? Because I kind of want that still. Evidently not. What a shame. I was so looking forward to coming up from behind and giving you a good scare. I'll tell you, Watto, being a ghost certainly has its inconveniences. Eek? Eek! Oh dear. No longer able to control myself, I let out an ear-splitting scream. Outside, I can hear what I assume is a pounding of footsteps fast approaching. Sir Incompetent, are you in peril? 'Tis I, Armor Detective, here to protect. I love Armor so much. Armor forcefully throws open the door. I slunk at the side of my friend, sinking to the ground. Armor, look, it's Holmes. Lady Holmes, where? Where is she? Can't you see her? She's right next to you. In front of me. Yeah, she sure is taking her death really well. Holmes stands directly before Armor and waves her hands, but he doesn't respond. One of the workers, oh no, everyone really went from just like, wow, we sure do trust you to, oh no, this child traumatized, let's not trust him ever again. What the workers mean? Is this all just a prank? Is everyone else in on it? Incompetent, you alright, bro? I'll be damned if I allow any more harm to my fellow comrades. Come, malefactor. Thou shalt become rust upon my blade. Look, if everyone but Workaholic comes in to defend me, I'm really gonna be pissed at Workaholic. One person after another flies into the room, but none of them knows Holmes. Slowly but surely, the situation I'm in begins to dawn on me. Oh, I see, now I get it. I'm hallucinating. Hallucinating? So all your screeching moments ago was no cause for alarm. Yeah, I think I know this is gonna sound silly, but for some reason I can see Holmes. He's right by your side, Armor, though you can't actually tell, can you? By my side. Can you hear my voice, Lady Holmes? I have many a query for you. Pray, reveal yourself to me. Yes, I can hear you. It's regrettable that we were unable to finish our discussion, Armor. The ghost has a bare smile on her troubled face as she starts to apologize. No matter how much I stare, she really does look just like Holmes. It has to be a delusion born of my guilt, but the level of accuracy is honestly frightening. To think I've become this mentally invested. Eye Patch Man reminds you of Gundam, sort of? He kinda does. I'm sorry for causing a scene. Main thing is you're safe. Just keep that head screwed on. I've seen this happen out the wilderness before. Even normal stuff seems freaky when your brain's all jumbled. 'Twas not but a bad dream. That's great. You'll end up making phantoms out of molehills. Well, thanks, Rowdy. But I think expression is making mountains out of molehills. I feel a bit uneasy correcting her mistake, and angry Rowdy is way scarier than any phantom. Was it truly just a hallucination, incompetent detective? I think so. Mystic stares down at me skeptically. It seems under suspicion, but it's only natural after I gather everyone here with my screaming, just to write off as a delusion. I've got to be careful. Even I think my words sound dubious. If this keeps up, I'll lose what trust I have in no time. I'd like to make this clear, since you seem to be mistaken. But I'm not a hallucination, you know. Holmes's face only appears from behind Mystic. Startled as I am, I hide it from my face and whisper quietly to myself. Right? I feel like, hey, Mystic Detective, do your mysticking and mystic. Mind reading too. Yeah, I'm definitely hallucinating. I'm not falling for it. Your face says it all. I used to surmise your thoughts without even reading your mind. Though it seems I am, in fact, able to do so. If you still doubt me, how about I tell you who's sleeping in the room above? I wager you don't know the answer to that one. I passed through the walls a moment ago and check. Armor is next door, while Rowdy and Gourmet are above. Care to confirm with them?
Yeah, you want to see a tier list? Okay. I don't know if I'll make a video, if I'll just like attach it to like a stream one day, just because maybe I should make a video. I don't like the idea of the hallucination manipulating me, but it can't hurt to make sure. She's probably wrong anyway. Time to get this sorted out. So Rowdy, Armor? Which rooms are you two staying in? Kinda out of the blue question, but the one right above us, what's it to you?
My chamber is right beside yours. Should you truly encounter a threat, I shall as ever hasten to your aid. Pray set your mind at ease, good sir.
Oh, I see. Do you believe me now? Holmes wears the same impish grin she had when she was alive, plus the same face, voice, and so forth. It's enough to make my head spin. My eyes and ears are playing tricks on me. This can't be the real Holmes. She was killed, murdered in cold blood, right before my very eyes. Oh, good there, bro. You're so pale. You look like the inside of an eggplant. Oh, sorry. I guess I really am exhausted. I ought to get a good night's rest.
'Twould be for the best. Weariness oft sets in after an harrowing ordeal.
Armor Detective is right and competent. Your mind's been pushed to the limits. Should ever be too much to shoulder, you are welcome to confide in me. I shall do my utmost to ease your burden. Your dinger open knowledge resumes to comparisons people make to Renko characters. Shinigami is Mega Junko. Yeah. Junko fused with, Miu. Yuma is the son of Naigan Kirigiri, and Kurumi is basically Chiaki. Kurumi is an awake and more livelier version of Chiaki. But I think it's just her hair color that makes... Yeah. Her hair color and her usefulness. That's what makes her kind of Chiaki-like. Oh, are you alright, incompetent? Still got all your limbs on, dude? Okay, Workaholic did show up. Okay. You're slightly in the clear for now, sir. That's a little much, don't you think? You can clearly tell he's still alive. The nerve of this common rabble to cause me distress. How deplorable, but you still showed up. Thank you. It took around 15 minutes to explain the situation and apologize to the gathering crowd. After more or less wrapping things up, the others returned to their rooms and left me to my own devices. Or so I thought. That ghostly girl was still in front of me. After correctly locating the others' rooms, I'm starting to believe she was the real deal. If Holmes actually had survived, if I could get a chance to apologize to her, I'd be happy beyond words. Happy beyond words, I suppose that makes two of us. Reading my mind again. I guess I'm really losing it. No need to be so hasty. Admittedly, even I don't fully understand the situation, but it seems to be something quite extraordinary. My apologies for giving you such a fright. Allow me to explain from the beginning. Holmes speaks calmly as if there's nothing out of the ordinary about what's going on. Okay, just wrap it up in 15 minutes, Holmes, okay? 15 minutes, that's as much as I'm sparing here. To summarize, I, Saika Sharonford Holmes, appear to be a residual memory of sorts, or just be put in simpler terms, a ghost. A ghost? You mean they actually exist? Who can say? While I may be a seasoned detective, I've only been a ghost for 2 hours. I'm just as clueless as you, so please save your inquiries. Since I'm hard-pressed to describe it in any other way, however, I have opted to go with the term residual memory. Wasn't it a little careless, relying on hypotheticals for things you can't explain? I mean... You're a fan of mystery novels, yes. Then surely you're familiar with this Holmes quote. When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. A detective boy doesn't have much confidence with the female ghost friend. Sounds familiar. In other words, once the facts have disproven all their options, that which remains must be fact, no matter how unrealistic it appears. The line comes to a second Sherlock Holmes story, The Sign of the Floor, where Watson is befuddled by a seemingly impenetrable room. Watson then notices the possibility he had overlooked.
that the criminal had escaped outside without ever touching the floor.
Wait, is this foreshadowing?
It was a quintessential approach for Holmes, who presented conclusion after conclusion that common sense would never produce.
Hey, so, Ghost Holmes, can you just, like, you know, float through everyone's rooms and see if the killer says that they're the killer or makes any sus things?
True. Sherlock does seem to deduce truths. That seems impossible at a glance, but what does that have to do with us? Sherlock Holmes doesn't make baseless deductions. Rather, he observes the facts and derives the process from the results to form this hypothesis. As a bearer of his family name, I also practice this method of hypothesis-based inference known as abductive reasoning.
About $1 for every detective game with a sassy ghost waifu. I have $2. Which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
But to conclude your spirit, it's hard to believe. And yet, the truth has occurred before our very eyes. Progress cannot be made if we avert our eyes from reality. I didn't believe in the paranormal either, but in my current predicament, I can only assume I am a spirit, or a residual memory, or what have you. My hypothesis may seem far-fetched, but I do hope you're beginning to accept it. There's no arguing with her. I don't have any convincing counter-theories to offer. Given this isn't one big hallucination, there's no other explanation besides what Holmes had proposed. Speaking of Raincoat, you predicted Baby's forte in a way? You theorized you could see ghosts, which is pretty much true. Neat.
Yeah, I didn't get it until the game made it obvious when, you know, they had him looking at Shinigami, and I'm like, oh, ghosts.
First things first, I need to come to terms with this, that Holmes' spirit really has appeared before me. Although Process of Elimination was released in April 2023, in English, before Raincoat, it was released in 2020. It took 2 years for this game to get an English release? Wow. You're awfully dour sort, Watto. Holmes let out a chuckle as I clutched my head in my hands. To be fair, it's only natural to be taken aback when a girl who supposedly died suddenly appears before you. One thing I'd like to note, however, while I may seem calm on the outside, I, too, am quite bewildered by this turn of events. Wait, really? If anything, she seems more vibrant than when she was alive. That's exactly why I can't let go of my lingering thoughts. But of course, by the time I came around, I was already floating above your head. My feet hover above the ground. I can't touch a thing, and no one else can see me. Moreover, it's as if I'm bound to you by an invisible chain. Do you truly believe I could remain composed given all that? No, there's no way. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't know what to think. I would have called out to everyone I could find and worked myself into a panic. Well, I couldn't help but call out to you either. Your slight reaction at the time had made me thinking you might be able to see me. And so I've been waiting quietly this whole time to catch you alone. Well, now that you mention it, I did feel as if I heard your voice in the entrance hall. So it really was you. Forgive me for startling you, I must admit. I was nearly at wit's end by that point. As you recounted the events, I began to piece together the reality of the situation. That reality being that I had been killed by that black machine. That my physical form was lost, leaving only my consciousness behind. I gulp involuntarily.
They just really want to show this picture over and over again. They're like, in case you weren't sure.
It isn't simply that Holmes is ordering me to accept reality. Rather, I'm coming to terms with something as complex as death. Despite being the same age, I am once again made aware of how different we are as individuals. But you know what? Despite it taking 2 years, the vocabulary is great. Like, the translation. Like, I'm glad they didn't rush it. I say as someone who didn't know about this game until, you told me about it. Despite being the same age, I am once again made aware of how different we are as individuals. Aren't you a little sad? Whatever about? Dying. Well, I mean, you died. You can't come back to life. What's more is because you were killed because the rest of us were too useless to help. Stiff upper lip, Watto. Holmes moves delicately towards me. Her stern expression softens as she continues speaking. Whatever the circumstances, let us cherish this reunion. I am no illusion. The two of us are genuinely able to converse with each other. Not even death could sever our bond. What could be more joyous than that? Holmes speaks in a quiet tone. Her voice truly is the same one I remember hearing not too long ago. Her expression exudes wisdom and wit, with a tinge of innocence mixed in. The traces of her, the girl I've seen so many times in my dreams, grew more and more pronounced. You really are Holmes. That's what I've been insisting this entire time. It truly is me, your dear friend. Sayaka? Sharonford Holmes. Holmes's words move me, albeit belatedly. Look at all her white roots. I was sure she had died. There were so many things I wanted to tell her. I thought I'd never see her again. But now she's here, smiling before me. That's all I can really ask for. Welcome back, Holmes. It's good to be back, Watto. It doesn't matter if she's a ghost or a residual something or whatever. Holmes has returned. For now, I'll let myself be happy. Happy that I was able to reunite with someone dear to me. Huh? Oh, my, have you grown tired? I was going to share my thoughts on why it is I'm bound to you, but I suppose I can wait until tomorrow. Though if you're planning to sleep, you may want to turn off the lights again in bed. My body faces through everything, so I won't be able to carry you over and tuck you in. Right, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I flipped the switch, plunging the room into complete darkness. Surely these... Did they say if these rooms are soundproof or not? Because if not, they're hearing me talk to myself for long periods of time. And I think they're going to get even more concerned with me. I flipped the switch, plunging the room into complete darkness. My drowsiness is quickly overtaking me. I can't fight it off any longer. My eyelids fall shut as I hit the bed. My consciousness grows distant, but I can swear I hear a voice from far away. From here on, your fate will be a cruel one. Give it your very best, Watto. I can hear a voice speaking from somewhere. It's the voice of a man echoing angrily in the drab, dusty darkness. Just how many times do you intend to repeat these experiments? I followed along because I believed it was just the thing to do, but this is my limit. This entire organization is rotten, and you're the most putrid rot of all. His outrage bounces off the walls, causing them to tremble. I can tell just how truly furious he is. But what about? Watto, over here. Someone tugs on my hand from behind as I turn around. The one pulling me appears to be a young girl, but I can't make her face out in the darkness. Nevertheless, her warmth feels familiar. I know this girl. What's wrong? We need to get out of here quickly before they notice us. Sorry, these voices have me curious. Well, I understand, but escape is our top priority right now. Come on, hurry. The girl pulls my hand and begins running, but I want to listen longer. As we move, I keep my sight directed towards the sounds. How many have died right in front of me? How many have I killed? Whoa, no, not her. How many have died right in front of me? How many have I killed? Those brats show up in my sleep every night begging to be spared. Can't take this shit anymore. If you want to keep forcing kids into this, do it yourself. You. Whoever is insane, goddammit. You. This organization, the detectives, every last one of you. Okay, so I'm guessing the organization experimented on us to give us our gifts, potentially? Because Rowdy's too strong for a regular little girl. And... And Duffel has the danger tingle sense thing.
And these are all kids, because I was mentioning how there were kids too earlier. Like a lot of them are kids, some of them aren't. So then why are the adults? I have no idea, so I'm gonna keep reading. We enter a dim passageway and the voices become inaudible. An ice-cold breeze blows through my legs, causing my body to shiver. It's freezing, my legs won't move. Or is it that my body's refusing to keep going? Ugh. An intense pain shoots through my head, and I fall to my knees. I have no idea what's happening to my body, but oddly enough, I'm certain of one thing. Something horrific awaits us ahead. What? Are you alright? The girl calls out to me in the darkness. I really can't see her face at all. The touch of her hand is the only indication that she's standing right in front of me. Well, it's alright. We'll definitely make it, once we're back, Huh? Her voice cuts out in and out like a radio, with a weak signal. Before long, the warmth of her hand is gone. Wait! Panicking, I dash further into the passage, as if I were chasing her. My frenzied footfalls ring out through the impenetrable darkness. The voices I had heard earlier are gone. The feeling of complete and utter isolation washes over me, like I'm the only person left on Earth. I can't help but cry out. Don't go, wait, please don't leave me alone. As I continue on, a light appears ahead of me. I run towards it with all my strength. I run. And run. Until ahead of me, I see the familiar side of the entrance hall. Wait, this is... What happened to the passageway I'd just been running down? Where's the girl who was with me? Why am I in the manor? Did I somehow arrive here at some point? Oh god, was I sleepwalking? Because they're going to get really weird by that too. The inside of my head burns with agony. I can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening. At ease, Bato. This is all to be expected. Holmes ascends the staircase from the second floor. I'm relieved to finally see a friendly face. Wait. Why is she not ghosty, like... Holmes, what's going on with me? Now. Calm yourself. Take a deep breath and take your time remembering. Also, she walked down the stairs, so what? As instructed, I take a deep breath and try to recall what had happened. Yeah, that's right. I bumped into Holmes' spirit in my room. We spoke until I got sleepy. Am I in a dream? Am I in a dream? You're half right and half wrong. Ouch. I yelp as Holmes flicks my forehead. Huh? That hurt. What the... If this is a dream, why can I feel pain? Our minds are closely intertwined, it seems. I can read your thoughts, enter your dreams, and even interfere with your perception. Interfere with my perception? Simply put, I'm able to touch and hurt you. If you don't believe me, shall I give that thick skull of yours another smack? No. I get it, really, I do. Your reprimands get physical when you're in my dreams. Precisely. Such a clever boy deserves a pat rather than a punch, hmm? She lays a hand on my head as she speaks. Her kind touch reminds me of how lifelike Holmes seems right now. Of course, the situation is objectively unreal. I'm a bit ashamed of how easily I'm willing to believe any of this is true. Now then, Watto. This is the important part. What do you make of the scene before you? What do I make of it? This is the entrance hall to the manor, exactly as I've known it. This level of detail is almost too incredible to be a dream. It's hard to not be impressed at my mind for making it. Well, I don't notice anything in particular. Is there something here? As I thought, you still lack the proper foresight. Holmes takes my hands and walks toward the entrance, pulling me along. Watto, the deep connection our psyches share has resulted in major changes to your brain. In more concrete terms, I have no doubt that you've gained access to the special ability I possessed while I was alive. Okay. Special ability? What ability? My head's been pounding for a while, but I haven't noticed any changes to my body. I wonder, can you feel anything at your feet?
My feet? Now that she mentions it, I do feel something touching my foot. I look down to inspect it. And what I see is... Huh? I finally processed what's touching me. No. No. And did I say no? Because no. It's Downtown's arm, stiff like a porcelain doll. Her hand is coated in a dark liquid, leaving a crimson red handprint where she made contact. I heave as the metallic stench hits my nose. But since this is a dream, I have nothing in my stomach to vomit out. Oh, everybody, okay, okay. It means it's not saying, you know, Downtown's dead. This is... It isn't just Downtown Detective. The other detectives I've met lie in a heap upon the floor like figurines toppled from a shelf. Among them is Doleful, prone and lifeless. Rowdy's hand stretches toward me as she foams at the mouth, her eyes rolled up and unmoving. Well, Doleful, everyone! You notice me keep calling Doleful all the time? I rush to Doleful and check her pulse, but I feel nothing. I hear no voices nor breathing aside from my own. Not one of them is showing even a single sign of life. Downtown's face, which usually wore such a carefree smile, is frozen and contorted in anguish as blood still trickles down it. She was so full of energy just last night. The thought brings me to tears. It's unforgivable. Who could do something so horrendous? It seems you too have now seen how this tragedy plays out. Holmes walks over to me as I stand rooted in place. Upon seeing her face, I'm finally able to regain some composure. Silly me, getting all worked up. Yeah, this is just a dream, right? These people outshine me in every way. There's no way they'd ever get massacred like this. At the risk of repeating myself, you're half right and half wrong. This is a dream, but also not. What's that supposed to mean? Please, just tell me outright, Holmes. Holmes flashes her coldest smile yet. The tone of her voice as she answers sends shivers down my spine. Maybe she is a death god. This is a tragedy that could occur in the future. You've gained the ability to foresee such events. So she probably foresaw her own death, huh? Gasp. I wake up on my bed. The morning sun shines through the window, filling the dusky room with light. Wait, does that mean she also saw Senior Detective's death? And knew it was happening? My whole body is soaked from the night sweats. But despite just waking up, my wits remain sharp. It feels less like I was sleeping and more like I simply opened my eyes. Was that all a dream? My hands tremble as the tragic scene I had witnessed moments ago flashes through my mind. I was definitely there just now. I saw Downtown Detective's corpse, my hands soaked in the blood. It felt far too real to be a dream. Could it really have been a potential future tragedy like Holmes said? Oh, that's right. Holmes! Holmes and I had been speaking in my dream, but now she's nowhere to be seen. I calm down and my confusion begins to fade. As it did, the absurd events that took place when I entered this room, not to mention in my sleep, feel more and more like an illusion. Well, that's right. Holmes died. Everything that happened last night, including me talking to her, it was all just in my head. After all, there's no way someone who just died could reappear as a ghost right before my eyes. I was actually thinking, well, she's gonna pop that trash can, isn't she? Good morning, Watto. I do hope your dreams are pleasant. Holmes' body pops out of the ceiling. She's such a troll. I suppressed my shrieking before another manager just burst out. Talk about a close one. I was on the brink of getting the other detectives all worried about me again. Did you really just fly on my ceiling? I was merely checking on the others on the upper floor. Gourmet has a funny way of sleeping. Care to hear about it? No, thank you. Keeping it to women's rooms is a great way to get decommissioned as a detective, Holmes. Oh my. You certainly lack a sense of romantic adventure for one so young. As a ghost, it's only natural to peep on people here and there. Forgive me. After a graphic premonition you witnessed, I thought a little surprise would be a welcome diversion. I appreciate the thought. I suppose Holmes' prank did distract me from my mental panic somewhat. I recall what I saw in my dream with a clear mind. All of the detectives dead on the floor, the stench of blood, their faces contorted in anguish.
and Holmes warning me that the future holds a catastrophe in store. Yeah, I thought it would end as soon as the sun rose, but it's not yet, and I'm like, I gotta end it soon, game. Holmes, do you remember what we talked about in my dream? Of course I remember. As I said, I can read your mind, so I know what you're thinking right this moment. You refuse to believe it, don't you? Enough of that. Everything we spoke of during that dream is true. Now you're aware of denouement, the ability I had to predict the future. And, as we saw, the predicted future we face is death for all. Predict the future? Come on, how could that even work? And why do I have this ability all of a sudden? My brain can't keep up with this. Yes, well, I can't say I understand the principles behind it myself. You can't? Then how? When a thing comes naturally, you don't question the process behind it, do you? You breathe, but can you explain how your body takes in oxygen? I mean, a little. No, I can't, but... Exactly. The same goes for my denouement. What matters is that it allows me to see the future. I have no interest in how it works. Denouement? Denouement. With a silent T? Oh, it's French. Dénouement. Denouement. I'll say it like that. Huh? That's one way to go about it. I get the feeling I've been tricked by her silver tongue. Or is it just my imagination? At any rate, do you think we should set our minds on a much higher priority right now? Huh? What higher priority would that be? If and how we can prevent the tragedy you glimpsed of corpse. Of course. Of corpse? Her words gave me a start. She's right. There's no time to despair, not after the tragedy I've foreseen. Right now, I need to figure out what I can do to change that outcome. But how would I even start? Is it not possible to change the future with this denouement ability predicts? Naturally, predicting and preemptively stopping tragedies is how my reputation grew to begin with. If you act with conviction, I'm confident that you too can alter fate's design. But I'm just a total nobody. What difference could I even make? Honestly, I'm not so sure. Even outside her ability, Holmes was an incredibly gifted person. But me? Incompetent is literally my name. There's no way I'd have the power to change the future on my own. There's no need to change it on your own. Ah, right, you're in my brains. Yes, yes. A single pebble can tip a scale. Are you familiar with the saying? Many presume their deeds are of no consequence, but they couldn't be more wrong. Even the smallest ripple could disturb the water's surface, in turn, leading to other shifts elsewhere. So too will the ripples you make cause others to act, thereby playing a greater role in changing the future than they otherwise would have. Well, is that how it works? That is indeed how it works. Her eloquent words still seem to be leading me on, but I'll trust her for now. Either way, I wasn't planning on standing idly by. What's more, changing the actions of others will be the key to changing the future. Changing their actions? But how? There are several ways. Those who trust you can simply be asked to adjust. Those who are hostile, however, may need to be forced into doing so. Apart from that, it would probably be advantageous to save those detectives who are fated to die. But what I saw, there's no way it could actually happen. Couldn't it? I have not been in this matter much, and there are many potential traps. A killer privy to this could easily use it against you. As I said, the mastermind behind this is both prepared and frightfully cunning. Be prepared to force a path through no matter what happens. That way, you will avoid repeating my mistake. These words weigh especially heavy coming from the now deceased Holmes. I need to get myself together. Being reunited with Holmes has made me just a little too lax. Even though she's no match to his adversary, I need to put my game face on if I'm going to tackle this. I'm sorry, Holmes. I promise to take your words to heart. That's the spirit, Watto. There's just one more thing I want from you. Okay, wrap it up, ma'am. Holmes' face grows stern as she speaks, with a strong voice and clipped tones that I've never heard her use before. Under no circumstances are you to tell anyone that you can see me, or that you've inherited my abilities. Well, why not? It wouldn't be easy to convince them, but if we prove it's true, wouldn't it make everything much simpler? So we don't know who the killer is, that's why. If anybody finds out, you're certain to be eliminated, Watto. I'll explain why in time, but for now, please, do as I say. I do believe you have visitors. Just then someone knocks on the door. Watto, you've been talking to yourself for a long time. I open to see Armor and Doleful. They've come to tell me that Mystic's made breakfast. Well, thanks, guys. I'm a little sweaty, so I'm going to jump in the shower before heading to the dining room.
Understood.
Mystic's Home's cooking is delicious, just so you know. We'll go on ahead and get started. Once they leave, I take the towel prepared for me in my room and head to the bathroom on the second floor. But right at that moment... Off to the shower then, are we?
You stay behind, ma'am.
For some reason, Holmes acts like tagging along is a normal thing to do here. Huh? Why are you following me? I'm about to take a shower. Can't you wait in my room or the dining table? Oh, now, listen to what you're saying. Didn't I tell you at the start that we can't be separated? Huh? I mean, you can't move away from me no matter how hard you try? So it would seem. Thinking me as a dog as a leash, well, you can go to the floor under. I simply get pulled along wherever you're heading. It's not as if it'll hurt if I see something. And besides, you don't mind anyway, do you? Of course I mind. It's embarrassing. Well, isn't that selfish of you? Fine, I'll just be waiting outside. Yeah. But do remember that I'm a ghost now. I can't help. No! Ideal! It sounds like you're already planning to do that. After showering, I head down to the dining room. The detectives have gathered around the long table just as they did last night. But unlike yesterday, no one needs to stand guard, meaning this time, the entire group is clustered together. Oh my gosh, Mystic, this is delish. I'm like totally a British foodie now.
You need not embrace me so tightly, downtown detective. My earthly travels have earned me much skill with preserved foods such as these.
I should be able to save around now? Okay.
Alright, cool, because I am going to save because it is almost like 4 hours. I don't want to do 4 hours.
Does it still say chapter 1 though? Oh no, it says chapter 2 now. Okay. There was no thing that says chapter 2. It just, or unless I missed it. Just like, oh, by the way, you're in chapter 2. Have fun. Okay, neat. So that is chapter 1 of Process of Elimination. I'm definitely gonna continue this next Friday, same time. Make sure I did get the day off of work real quick.
Okay, I didn't, but I just don't do.
Oh, it started with the opening? Oh, I did not know that. I assumed that was... Okay, cool, thank you. I'm just silly and missed that. Alright, so that is that for today. I will definitely continue this next Friday, about the same time. And I will have Rank Code up next week, as well as Sims 4, Satsuki and Haruhiko go to the ranch next Saturday, not tomorrow, sorry. But yeah, so that should be that. The demo was all of chapter 1. Oh, okay. Yep. Alright, yeah, everyone, because it's pretty late for like everyone, I think, now. Yeah, good night, everyone. Let me start popping all the stuff off here. And there we go. And then see you all next time.